me, come with a real, he hip in the front seat, get my meals, I'm gunning for the money in the bank, come on with a dank, scrolling a tank, rolling with the gang. You sit and I on the sideline tripping, I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin. Yeah, I'm okay.
Oh, man!
Eat 'em up, Tigers, eat 'em up. Eat 'em up, Tigers, eat 'em up. Rest in peace, Tiger Mike.
Gritty Tiggs, man. Gritty Tiggs. Yesterday, electric. The boys in attendance. Shit was nuts. Jackson Joe got on the tit for the ninth. We had Parker Meadows going
Earlobe
crazy.
Joe.
We had a Torkelson sighting with a double and a homer. I was excited. And then you come in today.
Cole Keith.
The ultimate Gritty Tigers game. The
Yeah.
ultimate game that defines this season for the Detroit Tigers. All 13 position players played in today's game. Casey Mize, his first ever relief appearance. They are down 3-0 for a majority of the game. Get back to in striking distance. Tie it up and take the lead in the bottom of the eighth. And then we got Jason Foley looking like he just came back from an adventure trip with full beard, full locks. Ringing dudes up at 100 miles an hour to close it out. Just an amazing, amazing game for the Detroit Tigers. Sweep the series versus the Rays. The magic number is now 2.
What the Twins lose?
If
Does
the
it turn to
Twins,
1?
If the Twins lose tonight, they can clinch tomorrow. But right now, the magic number is 2. Nick, you're at the game.
Yeah, you're at the game, man.
How about them Tigers, boys? How
Tigers?
about them? Let's go. What is there to say? I mean, Kerry Carpenter pinch hitting for Torque, coming up with a massive knock to gain all the momentum in this game. When it's tied, or when it's 3-2, everyone in the stands is thinking, let's go,
Kerry
baby.
Bonds.
Cardiac Cats are back at it again. This is amazing. It's like hard to put into words what this team is doing.
It's crazy.
And it's just so crazy. The vibe down there was electric. Shout out Andy Dirks specifically for the tickets today. Shout out Margie. It's her birthday today. I got to take my mom to the game. That was electric.
Shout out Mama Marge.
Shout out my boss at my other job for letting me get out. So
How did you get the tickets from Andy Dirks?
You had the
You won them on Twitter.
best Jake Rogers quote.
What was yours?
Mine was God damn it, putting me on the spot here. It was something about him running the bases. He said, God, you got to give me a sec. My phone's charging, dude. My bad.
It's
We gotta
fine.
pull it through.
It's fine.
Where were the tickets at?
Right by the right foul pole, front row, 3 seats perfectly for my mom, my dad, myself, dude. It was amazing. Shout out Andy Dirks and shout out these Tiger fans, man. The upper stands weren't there with these day games, but man, did we get loud towards the end. It was fun.
Yeah, it was amazing. Last night was so much fun. And we talk about Team of Destiny like we've been joking about throwing the... No, this is literally the Team of Destiny. Like, it is true. It is happening. The Detroit Tigers are the Team of Destiny. They are the most fun team to watch in Detroit sports since the Lions went on that run. And the Red Wings went on that run. And, oh, wait. This happens a lot in Detroit now because Detroit sports are actually good again. Detroit
crazy,
sports are actually fun to watch. But this one specifically reminds you of Major League, the movie. Like, you know, where they're taking the pieces off of the cutout of their owner. I am so excited with
What if that's what they're doing?
Yeah, they got a picture of Chris Illich in there.
Pizza, bitch.
It's just
Pizza,
an amazing,
bitch.
amazing thing what this team is doing. Nick mentioned quotes, a quote to Jake Rogers, a quote from Colt Keith, the hero who tied the game.
Yeah.
He said, talking about the atmosphere in that 8th inning at bat, how loud it was. They asked him if he leans into it. He said, I feed off of it. I was up there. I was so hyped diving into it. He said, I knew the guy had a nice sinker, and I would put my life on the line to stay inside that thing. These guys are so dialed in. They're taking every at-bat like it's the last at-bat, Game 7 of the World Series, and it's just so fun to watch. We had heroes last night with guys like Parker Meadows and Spencer Torkelson. Colt Keith showed up big today. 2 RBI, 2 hits, making plays, and then Justin Henry Malloy gets the sac fly to win the game. Just amazing, amazing stuff.
No, it's fucking amazing. I've never watched a baseball game Yeah, because I'm not a big baseball fan. It's been quite clear, right? But I've never watched a baseball game and got like a football feeling. Like when my favorite like guy scores and makes a big play, I'm up and I'm flexing like when Veerling ran in for that final score.
Oh yeah,
let's go! It was fucking. It was that moment, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a run, and Colt Keith, 10 rookies in this team, bro.
Yeah, we're glad to have you here, Easy.
Hey, I gotta say, I was one of the ones that didn't know anything about baseball, but I said don't trade school. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's true.
Saying. Big Riley Green guy too.
Yeah. I caught the Riley Green jersey yesterday.
So I got the Motor City edition.
Got the Motor City Connect.
Do you like those? I thought you didn't like those ones.
I like them. They look way
Did they grow
cooler.
on you? Be honest.
The original picture they showed, I didn't like, but I said when they first wore them, I was like, those look a lot better, like on a body than it does just
hell yeah, brother.
On the picture. So it was just it was awesome, man. And this team, like the Gritty Tigs, Detroit City, the Tigers are back, man.
I don't know. It's something like when Green got up, I was like, all right, yeah, they're gonna somehow do this again. I mean, you want to talk about a team of destiny? Actually, when he stole second, how about that?
Yeah,
that was fucking crazy.
Oh yeah.
Like that was risky.
It was risky.
Risky business.
Spread the ball in the dirt. I mean, that's how these guys want to play, though. They play extremely aggressive on the base paths. And speaking of aggressive, you're going up against the lefties, so you take out Kerry Carpenter for Henry Malloy in that spot. Yeah. And A.J. Hinch just presses the right button once again. I swear to God, he's the best manager in baseball, and it's not close. He is doing everything right when it comes to the bullpen, when it comes to the lineups, lefty-righty. He doesn't like a lot of lefty-lefty matchups, and that's okay with me. He let Ibanez get the start. Ibanez, he was going to be on my hit list today, Ibanez, Mr. 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position early. Right. But let's not dwell because it worked out at the end. Taking out Kerry, putting in J-Hen, and the sac fly to win it. Let's go. This team is amazing to watch. You said Kerry
came in for Torque too, right? You pitched it for Torque?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, him getting switched. That's fucking crazy.
And
A.J. Hinch he could do anything you wanted out there. He could put fucking you out there in a ballerina dress and still be the right call.
Bombs. Shout out to Byrne in the Woodward Sports Chat. He said it only took a 10 rookie parlay hitting and those magic beans sprouting. And
it really did.
Like,
dude.
Nick isn't wrong. This is why I said yesterday about who would you rather see, Houston or Baltimore, and how I really feel comfortable with either of them. Because no matter what matchup you go into in the entire playoffs, this includes all NL teams. This includes all AL teams. The Tigers will have the best pitcher and the best manager in those matchups. So that gives you a one-up. That gives you one win for sure. Tariq Skubal. And then A.J. Hinch will gut you out a win in a series. So it's
this
just
team
insane.
only has 2 starters, bro. Yeah. This is crazy.
Olsen didn't look good. Montero didn't look good yesterday. Olsen didn't look good today. Mize came in. He didn't look good.
I don't have
Give
faith
the
in
kid
Mize.
the next start. Like, put the kid on the mound the next start. Why not? He looked damn good in that ninth. His stuff looked pretty saucy. I put him out there.
Crazy though? He did not look.
It's the fucking White Sox. Put him out there against Garrett Crochet. Say do it. Go toe-to-toe with the second best pitcher in the American League.
He didn't look a lick of nervous at all, which is crazy.
He was fast on the.
He was ripping him.
He was Pulse. Pulse. Oh my God. He was playing with a lot of assertiveness, basically. He was extremely assertive. He wanted to get to that mound. But speaking of that White Sox matchup, Grady Sizemore, their manager, said that they are keeping Garrett Crochet for that last day to keep their division rival Tigers out of the playoffs. So you better win games 1 and 2. Let's go. Hopefully it's just game 1 after the Twins lose tonight.
They're going to win all the games. I don't care if it's Garrett Crochet. I don't care if it's Sandy Koufax. I don't care who is on the mound right now. The Detroit Tigers are winning. Like, it's going to happen. The White Sox, you might as well just stay in fuck Chicago and wait there in your pissy ass train stations, because these Gritty Tigs are not losing. I don't care if you put Garrett Crochet out there. I don't care if you call up Grady Sizemore, whoever the hell you want, and put him on the mound. He's not beating the Detroit Tigers. Like, it's not going to happen. They're playing. The baseball gods have never been shining on the Tigers more than they have for the past 2 months. Every call, like the Colt Keith in his at-bat to get the single to tie the game, had a call where he like moved out of the way and swung.
And they
just said, no, he didn't go. I was like, whoa, what? Like,
I mean, he was kind of dodging.
No, that he swung at that pitch. Like,
yes,
you can
100%.
Dodge, but if your bat crosses the plate, it is a swing. And his bat crossed the plate. But the Tigers are just the team of destiny, so they get those calls. Dude, I'm just so fucking happy.
I don't want to know what AJ Hinch did at a Diddy party to make this happen.
Yeah, for real.
Like, this is crazy.
Can't be putting that out there for our boy AJ. Not right now.
No, AJ Hinch is the man. Like, he should be manager of the year. It might
will
go,
be.
It might go to the Astros manager
Or the Guardians.
or the Guardians manager. But I think it should be AJ Hinch because they both have a lot deeper talent pool to play with than he did. And, like, what he's doing, like we said, we look at the guys that are being the driving force now for a couple months. We forget about the Buddy Kennedys and the Ryan Valades and the guys he call up that give us 3 wins in a week because they're just tearing the cover off the ball. AJ Hinch can do no wrong. AJ Hinch, the next time you are in a certain coffee shop in Birmingham, tell them it's on me. Tell them it's on me. I'm going to go tell them. The next time you step in there, I'm paying for your fucking coffee because you deserve free coffee in Detroit for the rest of your life. Just off of this stretch alone. You've made Detroit Tigers baseball meaningful again. You've given us games in September where we're screaming at our TV. You are leading these young kids to the promised land to get them real reps in the playoffs to build their confidence and build themselves towards a World Series title eventually. This is just an amazing thing you've been doing for the fans, for the team, and for the organization. AJ Hinch, hats off to you, sir.
I was listening to Andy Dirks last night, and he was just kind of talking about the offensive approach, which for me is a kind of a novice of it. I don't know if it's like a normal one or it's like everyone does it or not, but like just every at bat making the pitcher work. Like they'll take a full count rather than like they want to make that guy tired out by the end of the game. Is that like it sounds like a typical approach, but is it?
This specifically is what Scott Harris wanted to do when he came into the organization. He said you have to stay in the zone when it comes to hitting and when it comes to pitching. So when these guys get called up from AAA when it comes to the bullpen, it's because they are feeding strikes in AAA, and that's why they're getting hit up a little bit. But it's all about controlling the strikes in the zone, getting the swings and misses in the zone, and getting weak ground balls in the zone when you need a big double play. That's what Scott Harris's motto was when he came over from San Francisco. You need to stay in the zone offensively and with your pitchers. Stay in the zone. Get ahead of hitters every single time. You got to get that first pitch strike. The numbers sway your way so consistently. Say you look at ball 1. Maybe you look at strike 1, but it's on the corner. You're not going to do damage with that. That's his motto. And they have made this team that have come up through the minors basically resonate with that, and that's what you're seeing right now. Like a guy like Winsel Perez going to 3-2 counts seems like every single at bat right now. This is their motto. They're sticking to it, and it's working, and we're winning. Let's go.
They control the strike zone. They force pitchers to get flustered, to throw a lot of pitches very early. They're so disciplined on what they swing at that they get the benefit of the doubt from the third base umpire, from the home plate umpire, that if they didn't swing, they're not going to call it. Or if they pull it back, they're like, no, you're good. Like, because they're just so deadly at attacking pitches in the zone. And the clutch factor of every single player on this team is through the roof right now. It doesn't matter who's up to bat. It doesn't matter if it's Spencer Torkelson up to a bat with a couple strikes on him and a couple guys on the pond in a close game. It doesn't matter if it's Colt Keith, already had a good day, up to bat with 2 men on, trying to tie the game, or Justin Henry Malloy, his first at bat of the game, looking to drive home the winning run. These guys go out there, they expect to get big hits in big situations. They have confidence oozing out of them. It starts at the top with AJ Hinch, how he trusts these guys. He calls anybody's name in any situation that he thinks they'll have the advantage. And when he calls your name, you're going to go out there and make something happen. Because if you're Zach McKinstry or Justin Henry Malloy or Andy Ibanez sitting on the bench and you hear AJ Hinch say, hey, kid, grab a bat, you're like, oh, okay, that means I'm going to win in this situation. That means he's putting me in and something good's going to happen. You're just feeling so juiced right now. I love it.
Even watching Bo Brisky to close it out, like he knew.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah.
And I remember when he first started playing, like later on this season, he kind of like a nervous wreck sometimes. It felt like, at least. Well, he is at times, but no, he locked in. Listen, I'm not the biggest baseball fan, but locking in these past. I've been trying to get you on, Chris. I'm telling you, it gives you the same adrenaline shot as any other sport. This run is crazy.
I'm literally the baseball expert. You remember, I'm the judge, jury, and executioner. I was the one who decided the Tigers should not trade Skubal. Look what happened. I don't want to say you're welcome. This isn't about me, but if you want to, feel free. Leave a comment.
You ain't wrong, man.
I'm literally, after this show, I'm going to print out a picture of AJ Hinch, have him tape it to Roast's computer, and say, if you see
Coffee
this
on
man,
Spencer.
put the coffee on Spencer. I'm paying for his coffee for the rest of the year. Like,
We'll just tell them. Oh, yeah, behind the counter.
they got to know what he looks like.
Yeah.
So I can't just say, if you see AJ Hinch, just have him be like, who the hell is that?
AJ Hinch.
I'm going to print out a picture of him.
I'll throw
You
it. I'll
should
throw it in
go
the
in and be
pot.
like, this is my dad.
It's,
If you see my dad, coffee's on me.
it's just, dude, the guy, he's working. He's a miracle worker right now. Like I said,
Thank you, Chris.
AJ Midas, King Hinch, him and Chris Fetter, man, these guys are just miracle workers.
Speaking of miracle workers, Spinny, you used to be lonely, ugly, fat, white, guilt.
I fixed one of those things by going to Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can work out and feel great. You can get a full body workout in 30 minutes. All memberships include fitness training. You can upgrade to the black card and get use of menus like hydro massage, total body enhancement, and access to over 2,500 locations worldwide. For more information, join in club or online. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
And after your Planet Fitness, if you want to hydrate, 1800 Tequila, the official tequila of Woodward Sports, Lions watch parties, and post-game show. You can join 1800 Tequila and Woodward Sports every Lions game live at Hayes Social in Shelby Township and celebrate the wins with a very smooth 1800 Tequila, proud sponsor of your Detroit Lions. It's 1800 Tequila, the best tasting tequila. Please drink responsibly.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Prove that you can get just as strong at Planet Fitness. We're seeing if people can tell the difference between our 75-pound dumbbell and a 75-pound dumbbell from an overpriced competitor gym. Okay, the old flick test, that never fails.
There's literally no difference.
Plus, you can save $28 or more when you join today. Wow.
Why would I pay more to lift the same weights?
It's the Planet Fitness Strong Choice Sale. Save $28 or more. Join for $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 10th. Planet Fitness. Light price, strong choice.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Did you scream in excitement and break your TV and now your wife is divorcing you? Then you should call Kevin and Catherine right here in Birmingham, Michigan at KDK Law. They got your back. You tell them the heavyweight sent you. They will pay your first time filing fee. They got 10 plus years of experience, 24/7 availability. Scan the QR code above my head or dial 248-971-0476. What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights live on WorldSports.com. Me's joined by Spinmo Rax, young Chris, Nicholas Kohloff, a.k.a. Microwave Nick.
Let's go.
We're coming fresh off a gritty Tiggs win. Another one, as DJ Khaled would say. And Nick, at the game today, you were at the game last night, too. I guess that's both you guys, man. Like, is the atmosphere better?
Oh, dude.
Yeah?
It's the most rocking that Comerica has been, that I've been there in a long time. Like, there was a lot of people there. Everyone was into it. Every pitch, they got the chants going. Last night,
D-Mac was on TV.
Yeah, D-Mac was on TV.
Half of Brady's face made it.
Yeah, half of Brady's face is on TV. I was really close to being on TV. It was filming the baby next to me. Like, I was trying to chug a beer. Yeah, I was about to boo that kid. But you see,
lose that game.
You see the Detroit Tigers and what they're doing, and the fans are feeling it. The fans are playing a factor in it. Like Colt Keith said today, he feels the fans, he feels the hype of it. And, last night, my section got the Jackson Jobe chant started.
Let's go.
Just saying.
Incredible.
Just saying. We stood up.
Was that
there.
you with the apple?
Yeah, it was me.
I
stood there. No, it was not me. I stood there with I was there with 6 of my boys, a couple people that I was with. And so I'm just excited to see what happens with the Tigers for the rest of the year. I'm excited to see what they do going forward. And I know the city of Detroit is going to be down there. They're going to be rocking, and they're going to make some things happen.
Gonna be honest here. The day game, there wasn't as many people. It's just harder to get to these.
Motherfuckers got jobs.
Motherfuckers gotta get paid so
Yeah.
they can play. They can pay for the ALDS playoff
Yes,
tickets.
Lord.
Let's go. Couple more games, but today I did get on the big screen. Shout out.
Did you?
Take me home to the ball game, or take me to the ball game? Yeah, 7th inning stretch. The guy was right in front of me. I was
Put him on. This
definitely
guy doesn't even know the words.
Yeah,
Put him on the screen.
How does it go again? Yeah, I was not on beat at all, but I was getting hype singing it.
Did you get a word from the crowd? Do you think anyone recognized you?
No, I don't think so.
No. That'd have been cool,
Definitely not. But it was incredible. The people that were there, obviously, you hear it. You hear the passion. It reminds me of Lions games because that's all I've known. It's been 10 years. The last time the Tigers were good, I was 14 years old. So it's just incredible. It reminds me of the passion. And that's what it feels so good to see the Detroit passion back for Tiger baseball. And this is why I got so passionate in this booth, ranting about just wanting a good effing baseball team. I'm thrilled because we got one finally. I don't care how it happened, but to be honest, this is against all odds. You have a bunch of young kids that are leaders on this team, and the 27-year-old AL Cy Young winner that's leading them to the charge. And yes, I am blessed that we did not trade Terry Skubal. Chris, thank you so much for that.
It's not about me.
Chris.
I do it for
Thank
the
you,
people.
Chris.
Appreciate you, Chris.
No problem.
The other piece I want to ask too, I guess, Earlobe Jobe taking them on last night. You got to watch it on TV, and then you got to watch it in person. You spoke a little bit on it. What was your takeaway? I know you said he's quick and assertive. You think it was nervousness? Is that how he operates typically?
I would definitely think he was a little nervous, although he didn't show it with his pitches besides the first one. High heat, 97 up high. He was trying to let loose, probably break 100 on that one. But besides that, I thought he was extremely sharp. I think he's a guy that you're going to be able to rely on in a spot. Say you got a guy on second and third. I believe you bring in Jobe to get the big strikeout and strand the runners on second to third with 1 out. Get it to 2 outs, and then maybe another soft ground ball like you saw last night. The only hit that they got was because he could barely get his bat on it, and he took it away. It was a really good professional at bat, but he's going to miss so many bats with the stuff that he has. Extremely electric fastball that rises somehow. He has a cutter the other way to go with his nasty slider, and then he'll drop you the changeup. Jackson Jobe is the best prospect in baseball since Paul Skeens.
Sheesh.
Can he be Paul Skeens? Probably not, because he's a once-in-a-lifetime pitcher, but can he be somewhere close and help you and lead you when you need it in these big spots? I believe Jobe has everything to prove that he can do so.
The Tigers are going to have the best 1-2 punch starter in baseball next year with Jackson Jobe and Tariq Skubal. It's going to be insane. This kid's going to be really good. He is the best pitching prospect in the MLB for a reason. His fastest pitch he threw when he was in yesterday was at 99, which was actually the single that the guy got off of him.
Yeah.
The hit he gave up was a 99-mile-per-hour fastball. And so you look at that, and that will teach him, listen, this is the big leagues now, kid. You can throw it as fast as you can. Motherfuckers are still going to put some lumber on it unless you position it and place it where it needs to be. But just the stuff that he has, his potential with Chris Fetter, getting this tutelage from Chris Fetter is just going to be absolutely beneficial for his development, for who he is and what he's going to be. And next year, like I said, they're going to have the best 1-2 punch starter in baseball with Skubal and with Jackson Jobe. This kid is electric. Tigers fans are going to love him. This is going to give you shades of Verlander Scherzer going forward with Skubal and Jobe.
Yeah, I guess I could perceive him going quick as a little bit nervousness. because I mean, I think that happens in this profession too. Like, and I do it. I'm guilty of it. Like when you get a little bit nervous or like I don't know, you speed talk through things. You just want to get it over with type of thing. But just I don't know. He has the aura you guys like promised. And Nick, I know you were at the game. I don't. They've shown on the big screen unless you were trying to leave to make it here on time. This is the Veerling shot. You 3K it, Chris?
Yeah, I did.
You safe? It's fucking awesome. This had me up in my TV fucking screaming like a lunatic.
Yeah, dude, just look at how excited that guy is. He just knows what's on the line. He knows what this means. These guys are gassed, man. These guys are ready to go. They feel it more than we do. As hype as we are,
for sure.
As dialed in as we are to every pitch, to every game, these guys have that tenfold, man. They're bringing the energy. They're playing with passion. They're going out there and they're winning fucking ball games. And you can't ask for anything else out of a young, gritty club just to go out there, have fun, timely hit, pitch your ass off, and win games. It's amazing.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like a combination of, for sure, the athleticism, I think, because you're able to alternate guys, steal bases, the defense.
Oh,
too.
you can move people around, too. Everybody can play every other position. Like, you got 5 guys on this team that you can put anywhere. Outfield, anywhere in the infield. Like, it gives AJ Hinch so much flexibility to play the guy he wants, when he wants, where he wants.
As much you love Cabrera and, well, not Avi, but no, those guys are gone. These guys are in, and then also like just the naiveness, that young dumb confidence, like just the combination of it all. Then obviously AJ Hinge pressing buttons, all the right fucking buttons. I just can't wait to be in the playoffs, to be honest with you.
James in the Woodward Sports Chat says it's the 2015 KC Royals. And that's kind of a good comparison. I mean, if we win the fucking World Series, that'd be pretty cool too. But like with those guys that they had on that team, it was Alex Gordon, it was Eric Hosmer, it was Mike Moustakas, Lorenzo Cain. Like these guys, Jeff Francoeur, these guys were out there, just every single one of them contributing day after day, athletic. All of them can run. All of them can field. All of them can hit, and each of them have their own amount of pop. And it's very similar to what we're seeing with these Tigers. That's a good pull.
Great pull right there. Want to shout out Scott Harris because he's the one who came to Hinch specifically about bringing up Jackson Jobe. It wasn't Hinch demanding Jobe. Scott Harris, the president of baseball operations, had a meeting with Hinch. He said, "What do you think about bringing up Jobe?" Scott Harris, shout out, Lil Chris.
But,
Chris.
And also, I don't know if they said this on the broadcast because I was sadly on the Royals or the Tampa Bay Ray one. Shout out streaming.
Yeah, me too.
But
wow.
his dad. You asked if he was nervous. His dad was a professional golfer. Like a really good professional golfer. Jackson Jobe's dad was. Old earlobe Jobe. That's what we're calling him. But no, I don't know if I like that at all.
That's his nickname.
No, but he has. When you talk about ice in the veins, he's been like his dad was a professional athlete. He's probably been going through it for his entire career. I mean, his dad, old earlobe Jobe as well. So I mean, at this point,
Jobe.
You ever watch him before he pitches?
Point,
he goes.
I gotta think that this kid has ice in his veins. You didn't have to see it in that situation last night. You got his feet wet in a game where you were controlling it.
Yeah.
I want to see next time. Hopefully during this weekend, give him a high pressure situation, see how he responds, because I think he will respond extremely well.
Put him out there in the 7th against the White Sox.
Down that magic number 1
like,
tomorrow. Let's maybe give him a start.
Put him up. Yeah, I would rather that happen, honestly, than see him in a high pressure situation. I would rather the Twins lose. What's the score of that game, by the way?
They play tonight.
They play tonight? Okay.
Yep.
What's the shit the pitchers used to use?
Sticky
tech?
Sticky.
Yeah.
Spidey tech, yeah.
That's why I call him Earlobe Jobe. He just keeps it in his ear.
Yeah, he's got the little earwax he's pulling out. Hey, dude. That's like from Major League. He's like, yeah, we got pine tar, Crisco, shampoo. Yeah, he's like, this one gives me an extra 2 inches break on my curveball. But yeah, Earlobe Jobe, Cannonball Colt Keith, like it doesn't matter who it is, man. These guys are just playing great baseball. And like I said, it seems like every single time someone has their number called, whether it be McKinstry last night, whether it be Justin Henry Malloy tonight, if you get your number called by AJ Hinch, you're going out there and you're producing.
Yeah.
It's awesome to watch, man. We do got to go to break, though. Tell us about Feldman, Nick.
Feldman.
We're going to keep talking Tigers. You better believe it.
You better believe it. Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit FeldmanAuto.com to find the location nearest you. And catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
And New Holland.
New Holland. New Holland. Have you heard of Long Drink, the gin-based cocktail? We've got one made in Michigan, made with all natural ingredients for better flavor. Taller, the Dutch Long Drink of New Holland Brewing Company is shoulders above the rest. Made from New Holland small batch gin, 100% real grapefruit puree of a fresh, delicious flavor. Taller is your local long drink from New Holland Brewery.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out PremierPetSupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody!
Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Ham for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports.
You want grit? Make sure you wake up to Woodward and May. And Rising with insights from Detroit sports media legend Terry Foster and Rising star Matt Broder. It's every Sunday, 8 to 9 a.m. And after that, make sure you check out the New Holland Brewing Company Lions pregame show. It's every single home game at Second Best Bar in Detroit. Usually, it's on Sundays, 10 a.m. to noon on Woodward Sports with Sean Belegian and Neil Rule. But this Monday, Woodward Heavyweights take over Second Best Bar in Detroit. If you ain't there, you're square. Make sure you check out the best pregame show in Detroit. It's at Second Best Bar. Check it out.
Check it
Oh,
out.
yeah, you missed it. We stepped the Sabbath read up a bit.
Easy.
Oh, yeah, we did.
What? Okay. What did we do?
Just gotta do this like a Sabbath one.
Sabbath read?
Yeah, I can't redo it. Nick
Fuel
Cage-
your Lions fan with perfect cups of brewery.
yeah.
Whether you like cold roast or hot coffee, you know Sabbath's got the power.
That's actually fire.
Subscribe and save 25% off your order. Code Woodward.
I had a quick question for you, fellas.
Yeah.
2 games back-to-back. You think about last night. You think about who came up clutch. It was a guy that was struggling in Spencer Torkelson. Massive home run. Today, you think about a guy that was struggling. They keep him in the game. Colt effing Keith.
Yeah.
2 young guys. 2 massive spots. Both of them step up. If those guys can get hot into the playoffs, Spenny, what does it mean for this team?
And I said this earlier
Torque
on
especially.
BDE. If Torque can find his extra base stroke, the Tigers will get to the ALCS. Just that. Just Torkelson. If Torkelson can hit for extra bases consistently, the Tigers will make it to the ALCS because they've got guys that can set the table. They've got guys like Wenzel Perez that gets walks, gets on base. You got Riley Green. Obviously, he can do it all. Colt Keith has been doing it good, but his power has has gone down a little bit because of the shoulder injury. If Torkelson could be the guy that drives them home in the 6th or 7th hole, that would be extremely beneficial for this team, and that would take their offense to another level. We would see games going from 3-2 to 7-2, like we did 2 nights ago when Torkelson, or last night when Torkelson had a big showing. You score 7 runs. Like, that's what happens when you have that extra bat in the lineup. If he can be a fraction of what he was down the stretch 2 years ago, he would help this team make the ALCS.
He smacked that bitch last night.
It was insane.
Pimped it.
That was fucking awesome.
Started walking slow.
Yeah, that was fucking
That was the best
awesome.
at bat I've seen him take in 3 months.
Well, it's cool too because like although we obviously been realistic about what we've watched with him, everyone's still like on his side. Like when he has those moments, like they showed the call, Benetti and them in the booth. Even the guy behind him was like,
Yeah, dude.
everyone's just going fucking crazy.
Nobody
Dan
on this
Dickerson,
team
I think
has
it's you
power like that.
retweeted Dan Dickerson one. Shout out to that account. Dan
chills.
Dickerson's the fucking best,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh, yeah.
Truly the best. But
Ken Daniels.
I'm also just looking at no, Dickerson, my guy.
Ken Daniels is the best.
Dan
Easy
Dickerson's
likes
the best.
Easy likes Dickerson.
Yeah.
Ken Daniels is the best play-by-play guy of all time.
Both of them are great. Let's
Dan
go. Let's
Dickerson's the
go.
best. Anyway, moving on. Dude, I'm looking at just the rookies though too, like Parker Meadows, Colt Keith today. Like it's just that shit's insane to me.
Yeah.
And clutch big time moments. And Brisky's the one who I guess exuded it the most today. But it's not a lick of nervousness in these moments. They just like they know.
No, it's like they're being coached up. Like,
And that's the other part too, right?
It's crazy.
There's no more magic dust. Like when you're doing at this level of consistency, even like all those clutch moments, it's not fucking. It's not lucky breaks anymore. Like,
Yeah.
this team is operating at a high efficient level. I can't speak to like ever seeing it, but I'm hearing from everybody else. When the fuck you ever seen? I don't think this has ever happened since like what the 73 Mets or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's the last time it's happened, and it's awesome to watch. And like you said, these young guys are going up there with balls of steel, just making sure they do what they've been taught to do: stay in the zone, punish pitches that are out over the plate, don't swing at ugly pitches, and make some things happen. And that's exactly what each and every single one of them are doing. These guys are built for this. Like Colt Keith, he's built for this situation. Riley Green, he's like, these guys expect to be here. These guys want these high leverage pitches, these intense situations, and they want to kill people. They want to kill the baseball. They want to rip your head off. Like Colt Keith said today, he said, I know he's got a good sinker, and I was ready to put my life on the line to stay inside of that thing. Like, these guys are so juiced for this situation, man. It's awesome.
The reason I wanted to specifically ask about torque and what it means for this offense is because you saw it today. Even a guy that's pretty average, I mean, he knows our hitters because he used to pitch for us, but he's a lefty. And I feel like this team kind of struggles with lefties when they start the game. So to have a guy like Spencer Torkelson that's a righty, he needs to be able to mash lefties day in and day out. You need to have a guy like Matt Vierling continuing to hit lefties day in and day out. Because if we just have a lefty lineup, we're going to get destroyed against a lefty, to be honest. We have a bunch of young guys. It takes them a lot more time to be able to hit left on left. That's why I think getting Wenzel Perez back with Vierling and Torque all hitting on the same page is going to come up extremely big in these matchups, and especially when it gets to the playoffs. If we go up against a dominant lefty, Torkelson, Perez, and Vierling need to step up.
Cartier says, honestly, Torque's unpredictability on offense could work in our favor.
Yeah, I mean, no.
I don't like that. Yeah.
No, I'd rather him do what he did in the end of last year, but he can't hit a fastball still, which is crazy. Like he had 4 ugly at bats in a row until he hit that homer, and it was like literally when he got up to bat for his home run, he took a couple pitches. It was like 2-2. I was like, okay, if he makes contact here, this is a good at bat. He fouled one off. I was like, okay, whatever he does here now, this is a good at bat, and it'll be good for his confidence. But
Smack.
there was these 2 old dudes, like 70, 80-year-old men sitting in front of me, taking stats on their...
Sounds about baseball.
Like taking the stats on their cards and shit, like writing down the scores and all the strikeouts and all that, and I was just chopping it up with them throughout the game. And I was like, you guys know if he gets a single
your
here...
dad, he could you speak the same language.
Yeah, I know the lingo. And so I was like, if he gets a knock here, it'd be huge for his confidence. And they were both like, yeah, you're right. Moonshot,
Which was
dude.
wild,
It
too.
was... That's what the Tigers are missing. Nobody on this team has the raw power that Spencer Torkelson does. Not Colt Keith, not Riley Green. Parker Meadows might be the closest one to have the raw pop that Torque does, but like that is
Which is crazy to say.
It's insane
considering what happened this season.
Yeah, but like Torque, his pop is insane. So if he can dial in on a ball, that bitch is going 400 plus, and it's just awesome.
When he was smacking him last year,
after every monologue, it's awesome.
I mean, it is though.
Yeah.
When he was smacking him last year, was there like were they fastballs? Like,
Yeah,
was that
he was dialed. He was hitting everything. That's what's crazy. It doesn't matter if it was 100 miles an hour. It doesn't matter if it was an 87-mile curveball off the plate. He was hitting everything.
Is he weird? Or why is Cartier calling him? I believe in Torque and his weirdness for what he is.
He is kind of a weird guy.
He does seem kind of awkward.
Yeah, he's a little.
He almost was tearing up in that post game yesterday.
He's good, man.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
He's-
The kid's
yeah,
been
dude.
through a
How
lot.
could you
I know,
not, man?
dude. That's what I'm saying. Like that means everything to him to be back with the Tigers right now, making a push for this postseason. That is just it was like 0.03% chance. Like that is incredible. It was less than a 1% chance. Like so that's why I believe Torkelson, he could be the guy, the difference maker if he's able to hit lefties and if he's able to do damage to all sides of the field, not just pull, but to be able to hit the ball the other way in big situations. Sky's the limit for this team, and I'm not talking ALCS. Like sky is the limit. If Torque gets hot, this team's going with him.
I agree. Like
That's a big ask for sure.
It is a big.
It's a
ask.
huge ask.
He had a bad game again today.
Perfect ask.
Yeah.
Perfect ask.
Perfect ask.
One of the best asks I've ever seen.
I would come in and put $1 in the tip jar every day for that ask.
I would
just
too.
because it exists.
Just because that ask is
It's
a real thing.
Honest to God, it is insane. I want to ask this question though, because the Detroit Lions got their win off the backs of a guy that was here for a long, long time with us. Obviously, Verlander, different echelon. There's no part of you that wants that.
No. Wait, what wants what?
The way the Lions got that first W. Off the back
Verlander
of,
probably won't even be in the starting staff when the Astros are in the playoffs.
No?
He's been bad this year.
Yeesh.
Yeah, like really bad.
5.55 ERA.
Yeah, he's probably not going to be like we might see him out of the pen.
Boy, might retire.
Yeah,
Probably retire this year for sure.
I mean, no, he's going to play out the rest of his contract probably.
How many more years you got?
A couple. He just re-upped.
Yeah, he's getting paid millions. But yeah, I saw it in the chat earlier when I talk about a dominant lefty, and it's from the Astros. His name's Framber Valdez. He's got a 2.91 ERA. He's a filthy lefty for the Astros. And when you talk about a game one matchup, that's who you would be seeing. With our lefty-built lineup, that's why, once again, Veerling, Torkelson, Wenzel Perez, and maybe Andy Ibanez. But honestly, he's been cold.
He's been really cold.
And especially today, 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position. So I don't know if I have faith in Andy Ibanez, but I'll say this: if it is goddamn AJ Hinch,
I just need you to trust me. That's all.
I'm gonna trust him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna trust him no matter what. So if he's putting in, and if he thinks Andy Ibanez is the best at bat, god damn it, AJ, we're doing it. I'm with you.
Oh, he's going to start Andy Ibanez in that situation for sure. He always starts Ibanez against lefties, and I don't care about Framber Valdez because we've got a more dominant lefty on the mound for us in that matchup, and it's gonna be Trey Skubal. He's gonna go 9 scoreless, so I'm not worried about that.
I want it.
Me, first base and outfield.
You lefty then too?
Yep.
What was your walkout song?
You don't do walkout songs in high school.
My high school had them.
Well, I went center line, brother.
You didn't play, did you?
I was a center fielder.
What was your walkout song?
We didn't have him,
Damn.
and I played at Royal Oak.
Caleb, damn. Actually, maybe that's just because of playoff game they had him.
We didn't do walk-off songs during our districts or anything like that.
No.
Yeah,
Swag.
young Parker Meadows back in the day. I'm just
Huh?
kidding.
Dude.
I wasn't covering Parker type ground, but I was.
You're not long enough to be Parker Meadows, no pause, but that dude's a fucking gazelle. That's
I
like
know.
a perfect
Scotty,
expression for him.
Because
For real.
I stopped playing baseball after freshman year, but my boy Scotty,
Because he used to bully you
no,
for riots.
no. Scott went up, in districts, he was on the mound and Eric Haas was up, and we were playing Divine Child. He took my boy Scotty deep, like 420. Dude, just absolute.
Where's he at now?
Eric Haas, I think he's on the Braves.
I thought he was
Or
on the Brewers for a
Padres,
bit.
something.
I don't think he's probably not on the playoff
Yeah,
team.
he was on the Brewers, yeah. I don't
You know what? I'm not a big baseball guy, but it's crazy to see Castellanos. Like, he's like a star in the sport now. That sucks to see. I
The
mean,
Phillies.
yeah.
Fly ball deep left field.
I miss playing baseball, man. Baseball's so much fun.
It's a great team sport, and that's why you can see that this like team camaraderie is like really sticking. Like these guys all came up through single A, double A, triple A together, and you can see it the way that they fight for each other, the way they get hyped for each other on the diamond. Like it's insane. And then you see Veerling slide today, immediately just getting hyped, rallying the troops. You see Riley Green make a diving catch. Who's right next to him when it closes the inning out? Parker Meadows right there running with him, super fired up for him. It's like these guys get hyped for each other, and when the guy in front of you gets a hit, you're going to build an at-bat and see the best pitch, drive that motherfucker.
That's the cool part, too, that Jackson Jobe was talking about, like, when he got called up. He's like, I was going to go home to Oklahoma City, and next thing you know, I'm up here with the boys. Yeah. It's not like a nervousness of being around these veterans. Like, it's the boys.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
they were just in Toledo.
It's all the boys. That's why I'm so happy for Torkelson. I said it the other, because, like, I was saying before they turned around this run, leave him in AAA and let him solve it out. If he was still in AAA while they were making this run, that would have ruined his confidence. But now that he's with the boys, they're all together, just making things happen. Like it's beautiful, man.
It's gooning with the boys.
Just gooning with the boys. Let me tell you about Sabbath Coffee. Fuel your Lions fandom with a perfect cup and become a subscriber of Sabbath Coffee Roasters.
Yeah!
Whether you're gearing up for a big game of savoring a quiet morning, Sabbath Coffee Roasters has you covered with fresh specialty roasted coffee delivered right to your door. Head to SabbathCoffeeRoasters.com. Choose your favorite roast. Use code word Woodward to get 25% off your first subscription order. Awaken, unwind, support local, and enjoy game day right with Sabbath Coffee Roasters.
And
Caesar Sportsbook. If you want to ride the wave and bet on the gritty Tigs, here's what you do. You got a $1,000 free bet. Put it on the Tigers to win the World Series. If it doesn't work out, you get the money back if you use code word Woodward1000 at Caesars Sportsbook. Caesars Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Put your free $1,000 bet on the Tigers to win the World Series. If it does, you had the best year of your life and the Tigers won the World Series. If it doesn't, it was a great ride and you get your money back because it's up to $1,000 bonus bet if you use code word Woodward1000.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go!
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Not only is Dispo your local campus plug, but right now, if you scan the QR code and bring it into a Dispo location, you can get $10 off any purchase of $25 or more. You must be 21 up and older to participate. Visit DispoShops.com to find one near you. That's DispoShops.com.
A part tipper deck.
A part tipper deck. Well, welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights. Yeah, Rabbit Tigers. Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. I'm a microwave Spinny. Young Nick. I'm trying to mix up your nicknames here. I lost for Chris. Spinmo Chris. Your nickname can only be your nickname.
Yeah.
Yeah. Legendary shit. Just like old earlobe Joe.
I missed all of that, by the way.
What'd you say?
I missed all of that. I had my headsets off.
No, you're good, man. All right. Unless you guys want to squeeze in one more Tigers one chat, we'll take some mailbag questions on it. We can move with some Lions talk. What do you want to do? I know the Tigers are hot right now. Spin Mo Rex.
We can do Lions.
All right. Last night, I had the pleasure of joining the Detroit Lions news show. It's a live stream that you typically do on Facebook. They're now expanded to YouTube. And they're fairly new. It's with my guy, Darcy Melville. Shout out and thank you for having me on. He somehow rallied up. There's probably 2 live viewers watching. Somehow rallied up the former strength and conditioning coach. He was here first. His name's Ted Rath, by the way. He was with the Detroit Lions. Then he went to the Rams. He used to be the guy that holds Sean McVay back. You remember, you ever see those videos floating around the internet? That's him, Ted Rath. And then he was with the Philadelphia Eagles. He actually was like their vice president of player conditioning or whatever the hell it is. And so obviously we worked with Ben Johnson. He worked with Jared Goff. He worked with like half of our staff. So it was great to like have him alongside the podcast to just ask him his opinion on the slow start for JG. Is that typical for him? Is it typical for offenses to just look this way when they take off the offseason? He said he was like him and Sean McVay went and did like crucial research, and they were the first ones to start sitting their starters the entire offseason. Mm-hmm. And that season they went to that Super Bowl with Jared Goff. So he necessarily doesn't think that's what the slow start for this offense is. He just thinks it's more, I guess, a gelling situation, but I don't get that either because, like,
they're gelled.
Yeah, this is offense 401. We should be gelled. I was like, I don't understand. That was great. Stephon Logan was on the podcast as well. Make sure you guys check that one out. But I was getting to talk to them. They still have confidence Detroit Lions offense is flourishing throughout the season. They think it's more so just defense is playing JG a little bit differently. They talk about the cover 3 stuff. I don't know. It's really cool to get in the mix with some football minds like that. Make sure you check out that podcast. But I want to update you guys on Detroit Lions injuries. Spinny, I don't know if you saw this yet. Brian Branch is on the practice field today. I did not know that was going to happen.
I'm not surprised. Bro's a demon. Put him out there. Feed him the Seahawks, the Sea Chickens. I did see that Frank Ragnow is out. I did see that Derek Barnes was moved to the IR.
Yep.
No, I did not see the Branches out there, but I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Here's like I guess a little bit of a practice report. This is from Justin Rogers at Justin_Rogers. No Ragnow, no Laporta, no Melifonwu, or Skipper at practice today. However, Branch was out there. McNeil was out there, and returning back from a hamstring injury, Rakeshaw was out there. So it sounds like, Broderick Martin working on the side too, as well as Christian Mahogany. Jesus, that was tough to fucking get out there. But either way, post-bye returns for Christian Mahogany and Broderick Martin confirmed. Sam Laporta probably not going to go this week. But I just wanted that injury
Laporta
update.
probably not going to go this week.
It sounds like
Justin
it, yeah.
Rogers said?
He said, so Laporta work on the side. So I brought in Martin, Christian McCaffrey, or Christian Mahogany, hinting at a potential post-bye returns for both at practice. The Laporta stuff didn't sound too promising when Campbell was talking about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I feel like he just rolled his ankle, right? That's not the worst.
Depends on the type of ankle injury it is.
They didn't say it was a high ankle sprain.
When you hear that, it's a son of a bitch. There's high ankle sprains.
Yeah, they didn't say it was a high ankle sprain.
No, yeah.
So that's why I was like, okay, well, you should be fine then. But, I mean, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. The
Lee McNeil stuff is promising.
Lee McNeil stuff is promising.
One of it's promising, but it makes me feel good.
Brian Branch is promising. You'd like to see those guys because this is not going to be an easy matchup.
It's not going to be an easy game at all.
This is a 3-0 Seahawks team that's coming in here with a lot of confidence. They've already whooped your ass. Well, not whooped your ass, but they've whooped your ass offensively the past 2 years. So you need to make sure you quell their confidence. If they get out to a big lead or like to a lead early, they're going to be just going for the throat over and over. So you're going to have to be playing confident, sound football. You need all your guys, all hands on decks going against the Seahawks team. So hopefully Laporta can go. I'd love to hear that Branch and Aleem are out there. I expected that Skipper and who else did you say was on the sideline? Mahogany?
Broderick Martin's and Mahogany work on the sidelines.
Yeah, I didn't expect those guys to play.
He didn't confirm they're coming back after the bye. I apologize, but it's just a potential post-bye return, he says.
I didn't expect those guys to play. If Laporta can't go, that's concerning. Brock Wright played pretty good.
Yeah. I'm not really concerned. I'm sorry.
That's just another playmaker to remove from an already stumbling offense.
Yeah. Yeah, I've come out and said that too last night. We were on the show and got that confirmation as well from Scott. I was invited by him to go on another podcast today, just talking about that stumbling out of the gate a little bit. And he just mentioned also too, and I agree, he has the same point here, is I think they're overstimulated a little bit with the emergence of Jameson Williams because he's such a fucking, I'm sorry for swearing, you got kids in the car, but he's such a demon. He's such a playmaker. He could go and score with the ball at any time. That like you have to force the ball to him at times. You know what I'm saying? You have to make sure he's touching it at certain points in the game. But it takes away from how you typically operate when running the football, eating over the middle of the field with Amon-Ra and Laporta. Obviously, the games that JMO did go off, no Laporta or no Amon-Ra. So it's like the same thing Ben John said. 1 week, it's one of these guys is going to miss. But the guys that absolutely cannot miss for me spinning out those running backs.
Yeah, no, that's part of your offense that has to be consistent. That has to be there every single week is running the ball because that's what you do best. That's where your strength is. And not having Ragnow, that's going to hurt that a little bit at the point of attack. But it's not going to be the end of the world. They're still going to be able to run the ball pretty well against this Seahawks team. But he is the tip of the spear when it comes to running the ball. So we're going to see more runs on the outsides. I would assume more sweeps, more counters, more zones, zone run scheme, stuff like that, rather than just right up the gut off of Frank's ass. But Graham's still a very serviceable run blocker. Yeah. You got Yodi, who's probably going to play guard next to him, who has played big snaps in big games before. So
I selfishly
still expect them to run the ball. Yeah, but
I selfishly want to see his big ass.
I would like that too, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm not pounding the table for it. One thing I did want to get to though is if Laporta doesn't go, I'm not necessarily concerned about that just because we talked about it once we traded Hockenson. We still set that franchise record in touchdowns by a tight end. And not one singular tight end, but like multiple tight ends. You got your offensive coordinator, former tight end coach, Dan Campbell, former tight end. I think we're set in that market. It's to a point where even last year, Sam Laporta's like performance, at least, I can't speak to everybody else because I know I'm suspicious about stuff. I like to look into it or wait for it to be the real deal. I thought some of it was a little bit of the X and O's. I still think he's a fantastic player, but I also know that the way this offense operates, they always feed their tight ends, and no matter who's in there, whether it be Zylstra or Brock Wright, that guy's more than likely going to produce as long as he's not dropping the ball like an idiot.
Yeah, we've seen that before. We saw the first game that this offense played without TJ Hockenson. Didn't they have like 4 touchdowns from tight ends or something like that? I'm pretty sure.
I think Shane Zylstra one game had like 3
himself.
In the same game.
It's just Ben Johnson knows how to feed those guys, get them open, and honestly, that was dope. Honestly, it might be easier to get a guy like Brock Wright open than a guy like Sam Laporta because
no one
defenses are going to be looking for Sam Laporta. They're going to know where Sam Laporta is on the field at all times. No defense is scheming for Brock Wright.
No.
So you can sneak him by. Yeah, you can sneak him around. Players are going to be like, oh, he's just trying to block somebody. Nope, there he goes, and dump it off to him. And he's slow, but he's
got the burn.
He's solid.
Another reason why I want Manu healthy, bro, let him put the Dan Skipper on. You know? Let him be your surprise wide receiver because he actually can move.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, I doubt Manu plays in a game.
Come on!
Ooh.
Nah, what?
Come on. Ooh.
No.
Fellas, I got a lot of faith in Brock Wright to step up in this game.
Who?
Brock Wright.
Yeah,
I have 100% faith in him. You don't re-sign him when he signed with the San Francisco 49ers. You don't match that or, upgrade it.
It's not a guy that a 49er genius like Kyle Shanahan wants if he can't produce for you on offense.
Exactly. Like, there's not a doubt in my mind Ben Johnson will scheme him open in this game, but it all starts with the run. You run to set up a play action. Brock Wright can sneak out, do damage against the Seahawks defense, and I can see it happening on Monday Night Football.
Rich Baldwin says if the Tigers clinch a playoff berth tomorrow night, do we not pitch Scooble on Saturday or Sunday? No. You don't pitch Scooble.
You pitch that today.
Joe. Yeah. You throw Joe out there.
Yeah, you put the kid on.
Earlobe Joe.
Earlobe Joe. You put him on. Yeah, if they clinch, Scooble's not seeing them out until the playoffs.
That'd be fucking sick if he lights it up, too.
That would be awesome. No hits the White Sox.
Hey, who this
crazier
Garrett?
things have happened. The definition of shitty poopy is the Chicago White Sox. They are literally the worst baseball team of all time.
Yeah, 121st loss, loading.
Yeah, they're tied right now.
Crazy.
And they've been beating the Angels, sadly. They just lit up Tyler Anderson today.
What if douchebag? He really came out and said that he's starting he doesn't care what the situation is. They're going to start their best guy just to keep us out of playoffs.
I'm fine with that.
While Simon State said, I hope this is his last game managing.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't matter at all.
I'm fine with it too.
That's what he's got to do.
What a douchebag thing to say.
That's what he's got to do.
Brother, you should, I mean, it's fair. Give your team something to root for.
You would want the Tigers to do that. You don't want to set the record in losses.
Oh, fucking Glazer in the other division, huh? Division rival Glazer we got.
How the Lions did that with the Packers, right? Our season was over, but
the Packers, they didn't do it to us, but Matt Flynn, never forget.
Never forget.
No, the Packers still had a chance to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the exact same thing.
Yeah, but
Glazer over here.
To be honest, though, why would it make sense to start him the last game? Wouldn't you try to start him the first game to put the pressure a bit on more? You know, because we could clinch it by the last game.
I think he just picked.
That's a great point. Oh yeah.
I thought he was projected to go Saturday.
Yeah,
baseball.
Yes, fucking making great points left and right. We got to pay some bills when we get back. I want to talk about a possible weakness in this scary Mike McDaniels or Mike McDonald defense.
Says my kids are used to the heavy curse words.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, kids.
Traumatized kids. That's awesome. All right, we got to go to break. Spinny, tell us about Lady Jane's.
Lady Jane's.
Oh, man, you guys should come in today.
Dude, you should come in today for sure.
I mean, any day she's
Walk into Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, enjoy a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists like the lovely JC. Take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Just scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
And do you want to know where the best pregame Lions party is? September 30th for Monday Night Football. Join us at Detroit's very own second best bar, located at 42 Watson Street for the ultimate fan experience. Enjoy some smooth Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey while catching the Woodward Sports pregame show. The Heavies pregame show. Only at second best bar in Detroit. Come get some.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
Pet Supplies, hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences of the online and big box retailers, with one major difference. They're family and locally owned and operated for over 30 years. 60 brands of food and nutrition experts to help you. Same day, local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply, give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com. Oh man, I was like burping halfway through that.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights, livewoodsports.com. I'm your boy Easy, joined by Spimo Rex, Young Chris, Nicholas Kohloff, a.k.a. Microwave Nick.
Let's go.
I reached out to a dear old friend of mine. He's supposed to make it onto the show. However, he has children. They have soccer, and it didn't end up happening. Coach JD. And I was asking him, because he's a Baltimore Ravens fan. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well,
dear old friend.
My dear old friend. I met him last year. He is old, though. But anyway, I asked Coach, and from all 22 films, you guys don't know what we're talking about. I was like, well, what is the Mike McDonald weakness? Like, where'd you guys got last year? And it's a pretty stout defense. You guys know the Baltimore Ravens. You guys saw it with the Michigan Wolverines. Mike McDonald's pretty fucking good at his job. However, he did say that often he leaves the linebackers, the interior, the closest linebacker to the outside boundaries, typically has in man coverage against the running backs. And one of the selling points of Jahmyr Gibbs has always been like this weaponry. He's more than a running back, but he's also could be a wide receiver for you. And I think that's interesting because as much as we've seen Jameer being explosive running back, which I hope we get some more 20-plus yarders or more touchdowns. Well, obviously, we want that stuff. But I'm ready to see him as a weapon, too. I think this game, just going off what Coach says, could be that game where you see him maybe break out as a wide receiver because
See
everything
him in the
else,
slot.
outside of maybe us running the ball, might be locked down. I mean, Devon Witherspoon's a dog. Tariq Woolen's a dog. Mike McDonald's a dog. If we have that one matchup, I don't even know who their linebacker is, against Jameer Gibbs, it's your time to shine, kid.
It does sound good. It makes sense when you look at the secondary of the Seattle Seahawks and what they bring to the table. And the Lions did sign Tim Patrick and Allen Robinson to their active roster.
Yeah.
So
shout out Allen Robinson, Detroit native.
Yeah, shout out Allen Robinson. We could see a couple wide receivers out there that we haven't seen, and maybe those guys get to. Allen Robinson feels like a perfect fill for Josh Reynolds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He could do exactly what Josh Reynolds did. So we will see that. I think this is going to have to be a game from Goff where he just does what he does best.
Hand the ball
off.
No offense.
And hit the open guy.
Yes.
That's what it has to be for him. He can't be trying to force things to J-Mo or force things to Amon-Ra St. Brown with guys like Tariq Woolen and Devon Witherspoon back there. They'll make you pay. He just needs to hand the ball off and hit the open guy, hit the guy that the play is schemed for. If it's not there, throw it out of bounds. Got to play mistake-free football. Got to methodically move the ball down the field. And I think they are very capable of doing that. Even without Frank Ragnow, I think they'll run the ball at a pretty high clip.
And this is straight from the DMs, too. Easy, you look cute today. No, I'm just kidding. He says, so that was like one of the things you expect the Detroit Lions to expose in that Seattle Seahawks defense, which they've been ranked 4th against wide receivers, but they haven't fucking played anyone.
Elgato, real quick. Elgato about the two signings of the wide receivers, Allen Robinson and Tim Patrick. He says both are old and slow.
Well, Tim Patrick's still good.
Good thing we don't need young, fast receivers in Jared Goff's offense. Like,
That's a great point.
You know what Josh Reynolds was? He was old and slow, and he was Jared Goff's second favorite target last year.
Yeah.
So we don't need more J-Mos. We need guys that'll do Josh Reynolds' job. That's exactly what both of these guys can do.
All right, number 1, he says attack the boundary with the run. Ben Johnson already does that. 2, he says attack the boundary with the pass. Probably with St. Brown or Jameson Williams. They'll most likely put Woolen into the boundary with Witherspoon to the field when you go 11 personnel. That is true, actually. I read that elsewhere, too, that Witherspoon plays the nickel when they go outside like that, or they bring out the slot receiver. I suspect we see trips to the field with St. Brown and Williams, motion to the boundary to avoid both Witherspoon and Woolen from a matchup perspective. Another thing I was looking into, too, and I actually have to give Scott Bischoff credit for this one. Thank you. Shout out to him for having me on this show earlier today. But he looked at the Patriots game that they had, and the Patriots not the best offense. We saw the Jets shut them down easily. Both Ramondre Stevenson and Antonio Gibson. Antonio Gibson is like almost flopping out of the league as a running back at this point in his career.
Hard.
Had like 96 yards and 11 carries. Ramondre Stevenson had like 86 on 12 in a touchdown. Brother, we have the steroid version of those two gentlemen.
We have the good version of those two guys.
Yes.
Like I said, even without Frank Ragnow, I expect them to run the ball. Bring in the extra offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Maybe it is Giovanni Manu. Maybe it's somebody else, whoever you bring in. Maybe it's Sorsdale. Get that guy moving in. Put Malcolm in the backfield. Put Vaki in the backfield.
Everybody love Malcolm.
Have them lead block for these guys to open holes. Do some stretch plays. Do some zone outside runs. Give them some toss backs. Like, I'd like to see a creative running attack for the Lions against the Seahawks, because that's where you're going to make your money against this team.
Yeah, another thing, too, for the Detroit Lions fans. I mean, the number one thing for me, it's going to be this every week, to be honest with you guys, but specifically in this matchup, for goddamn sure run the ball. Let's see how we talked about how the Patriots ran on them, but also in this matchup particularly, there might be missing Leonard Williams, who you guys know to be a beast from when he's with the Jets, now with the Seattle Seahawks, and they're also probably going to be missing Byron Murphy. Those are two big guys in the middle that make plays for them. They still got Jonathan Haskins, the guy that's with the Cowboys, but that's about it. And if anything this offensive line could do, I'm not going to doubt ever, is going to be run the fucking football.
Yeah.
Run the football the same way you did an overtime drive against the Rams. Duo. Two of the bigger stars on the middle of the defensive line missing. That's time for you to run the ball and show them what you do. Shove it down their throat. Get Jared Goff in the play action, and then you start to find J-Mo deep. Like touch him up first, though.
Yeah, it was the first home game last year for the rookie Jameer Gibbs. He had 7 receptions on 9 targets, 39 yards, but he had a crucial drop and also was not on the same page with Goff, and he threw an interception. So that's the big thing to me when we talk about Gibbs coming out of the backfield and being a target in this game, like he was last time we played the Seahawks. I don't want to see any of that rookie rust that we saw the last time. But it was his first home game, so it's understandable to maybe not be on the same page. I don't want to hear it this week. Jahmyr Gibbs, Jared Goff, same page. Take control. Take advantage of the linebackers. If Gibbs is lined up one-on-one, I want to see him cook him, and I want to see Goff hit him in stride with the ability to run after the catch and do damage. I think Jahmyr Gibbs, like you said, Easy, is going to be a massive part of this game if we are going to win it.
I think this could be like a heavyweight fight, and the run game for us is going to be that jab. Just touching them up. They're bringing people down the box. Next, you know,
Hit him with the hook.
Yes. Yep. Boom. Knockout punch. Jamison Williams, 60-yard touchdown, or whatever it may be, wherever you're in the field. But you have to run the ball to establish that.
That's what it should be. That's what this offense should be like. We're in offense 401 right now. Well, you got to take this offense back to its simplest form. Like, drop 401. You can still drop it and get your money back. So drop 401 and take it back to 223, where you're just running the ball up the middle until they prove they can stop you, and they won't be able to stop you until they dedicate more bodies to stop you. And guess what happens when you do that? You run play action where Jared Goff is at his best, and he can hit J-Mo down the field. He can hit Brock Wright leaking out of the backfield, somebody like that. Maybe show me a flea flicker in this game, dude. I would love to see that. They suck the defenders in, pause, and then you drop it over the top to J-Mo or someone. I think they need to simplify what they're doing. They're trying a little too hard on offense.
Yeah, and I think Seattle's defensive line has evolved too. Obviously, they're missing some guys, but Boye Mafe, I'm pretty sure, has a sack in each one of these games. But it goes back to, and I'm sure this expression every coach has, but I'll never forget AG saying that they earn the right to rush the passer. It's an amazing ask. The Detroit Lions had to force the Seattle Seahawks to earn that right. We know what JG is when he's under pressure, and it's not great. You can blitz him, he'll operate fine. He's obviously standing up perfectly, he can operate fine. But when they get in his face, that's when he starts to make those like Will Levis-type mistakes, and just avoid that. Run the ball. Have him second guess. Have the defense second guess and make it a chess match. And I fully expect it to be that way. Again, talking to Ted Rath last night, I asked him, last year, straight up, Mike McDaniel fucking undressed Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
And bullied him.
Yeah.
I was like, is Ben the competitor? Is he got, oh my God. Does he have extra oomph this week to get that lick back? And he said yes, both he and Dan Campbell, because he worked with Dan Campbell as well.
You got to ask to lick, but you'd love to lick to ask, because like this is something you need to see out of Ben Johnson. This is a twofer for him. A two-mountain climb, like the Seahawks and Mike McDonald. Like you need to go out there and take care of business. I think they will, and it starts with running the ball. That's where this offense starts. That's where its home is. Like, go back to your home and just run the ball on them. We do got to go to break though. Tell us about Randy Wise.
Randy Wise gonna do you right. Guys, scan the QR code or visit woodwardsports.com, and you guys can join the Randy Wise Automotive Team Celebrity Golf Tour before it gets too chilly out. Give yourself the opportunity to golf with Darren McCarty, Braylon Edwards,
Saturday.
Maybe even Calvin Johnson, and the famous Tim McCullum. Scan the QR code, you guys. Next time you're looking for a next vehicle, make sure you make the wise decision and go to Randy Wise Automotive. Also, website you got to hit for your soul, registertoring.com. Right now, you can start helping people out, grabbing some money with registertoring.com virtually at any time. But November 7th is when you can stop at any physical location. Close on Sundays and Thanksgiving, obviously. But guys, do something good. Change happens when you give back. Registertoring.com.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Prove prove that you can get just as strong at Planet Fitness, we're seeing if people can tell the difference between our 75-pound dumbbell and a 75-pound dumbbell from an overpriced competitor gym. Okay, the old flick test that never fails.
There's literally no difference.
Plus, you can save $28 or more when you join today. Wow.
Why would I pay more to lift the same weights?
It's the Planet Fitness Strong Choice Sale. Save $28 or more. Join for $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 10th. Planet Fitness. Light price, strong choice.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza, just in time for football season, is unveiling their new signature wings. Like I said, signature wings. They got 7 different flavors. Make sure you tap in. They're all delicious. Limited time offer, though, so get them while you can. Find Soroki's near you at Sorokis.com.
Michigan. I will be the quarterback guy. You just say, Dave, you go. I'll talk to Sean. Who do you guys want? Who's in there? Give me a group. I'll go get them. I will sign them $1 million, $2 million, whatever it is.
What's the top?
$3 million.
What if, are some of them going for more? Wasn't the Nico kid like...
Fine, but I can get a quarterback. We don't have a quarterback. If I don't get the number one...
for 3, though. You can be in the stratosphere.
Yeah, but you don't want to... I'm wondering, like, is Dave... How are you running this? I want to get a quarterback, or I'm like George Steinbrenner, I will spend any amount of dollars.
No, I'm gonna get us a top 10 quarterback in the portal coming out every year. Top 10 quarterback.
A freshman or a portal.
Okay, I'm interested in maybe doing this for the Badgers, too.
And
but
then...
I think that we might...
And then, well, here's
you know what, I'm in.
Well, here's a little bit of the issue.
Okay.
You'll have to find something else because they're doing a weekly spot on Pardon My Take. My guy, not your guy. My guy. That's already been taken. So you're going to have to find something else for the Wisconsin guy.
Okay.
Like college football recap
so the Wisconsin...
and a college football hit. So there's 2 things. $3 million marketing agreement. I think that's legal.
I think that's legal. So my guy,
Yeah, so that was Dave Portnoy talking about shelling out some money to get Michigan a quarterback. Michigan fans should be embarrassed that their institution has come to that. Like that he shouldn't need to do that. Michigan should have bought Cam what's his name? Cam Rising? Or not
Cam
Rising,
Ward.
Cam Ward.
Shout out Rising.
Shout out Cam Rising. They should have bought Cam Ward. They easily could have done it. You have the financial backing. You're one of the biggest institutions in the world, especially when it comes to sports. There's no reason why they couldn't have gone out there and matched Miami's offer to Cam Ward. And if they did, they probably would have won the national championship again this year. If you add Cam Ward to this Michigan team, they would have been the favorite to win the national championship. It's just crazy to me.
Go ahead. Hey, you should actually be speaking on this. You're the Michigan fan.
I mean, about damn time. If the donors don't want to pay it, if the NIL's not going to come in, why not have the leader of the media when it comes to, new age media? It's Dave Portnoy when you think about it. It's Barstool. It's new age media. I thought the Pardon My Take part was hilarious when he says...
my guy, not your guy. My guy.
My guy. Yeah, he seems like, what are we doing here? But yeah, that's what it takes to get a really good quarterback in college nowadays.
They had
$1 million,
excited,
$2 million, $3 million. Yeah, but like Svenny said, it should have come down to
It's not going to happen.
Who's not going to want to?
Michigan.
That's a cult.
You don't think the donors are already lining up saying they're going to do stuff like this? You don't think the billionaires that have graduated from Michigan that own football teams aren't lining up saying, hey, we'll donate money for you guys to pay your athletes?
Michigan's saying no?
Michigan's saying no. They're stopping
But you
it.
could organize. You could have an NIL deal outside of Michigan.
I don't think you can. It has to run through the school.
I don't think it does.
I don't think
because
it does either.
There's still guys with NIL deals on the team.
Yeah, some guys getting some NIL
like
money.
Corum had like one of the first deals. And shout out to Blake Corum, by the way. Like he got all that bread. First thing he did was donate it back. That was fucking dope. I got to go there and experience that with Joey. But I think this can go privately. Can they not?
In that little clip there, talk about like having him on the show and like marketing, like in licensing that off as like a marketing deal. Obviously, that was partially joke, but probably that is like the workaround, right? Is that he's kind of bringing him on the show, and that's like and it's labeled like a marketing deal or some type of workaround. But either way, I mean, is this the future of college sports? It's interesting to me that it could be all these big name people who are super successful and are in some cases celebrities, a lot of times behind the scenes, but in some cases like this, a celebrity, you know, putting money to the institution in order to get the players that they want, and kind of doing it publicly. I mean, this is stuff that we know probably have went on behind the scenes for a while, but now you're talking about, like, you know, being open with it. And this is cool. I think it's an
been
interesting
going on
thing.
for a couple years, Chris.
Yeah.
Like, this is NIL is here. This is college sports now, and so, like, you're hiring GMs for college basketball teams. You're bringing in guys who specifically pay people, like legal bagmen, and it's been like that for a couple years now. But this, like I said, the only reason that this isn't happening in Michigan is because Michigan's shutting it down. They have one of the richest fan bases, one of the richest alumni bases in the entire country, if not the richest. These guys aren't just not giving their money up. It's Michigan not doing it.
Like some people are saying in the chat, do you think it's the integrity coming out of some of those billionaires and some of the quote-unquote donors that would do it? Dave Portnoy doesn't give a shit if you're recruiting him or if you're buying him at this point. And that's what I think he's saying in this.
Bro. I'm telling you, it's not the integrity of the donors. The donors will give their money. There is no one in here who can tell me anything that would make me believe these guys who graduated from Michigan that are multimillionaires and billionaires aren't lining up to give NIL deals to Michigan. That is 100% not true. It's Michigan turning it down. It's Michigan not playing ball. It's Ward Manuel and Michigan not doing it. And the one time they did it, Jim Harbaugh brought guys in and won a national championship.
Real quick, this is from Tallahassee.com. It's important to note, and this is from March of this year, it's important to note college athletes still cannot be paid directly by the school. Instead, it's done through NIL collectives, which organize funds from donors. The money is directed to pay the athletes through those NIL deals.
Yeah.
So it's not through the school. It is privately done. Maybe with the JJ stuff, did he not come back because they didn't want to pay for it? Is it the donors not stepping up?
I think the writing was on the wall for JJ. Maybe he saw everything going on with all the off the field issues and everything that was going to come out, and obviously Harbaugh was gone, so I believe that's why he didn't come back, and he knew he was going to be a top 10 pick. But if you think about it, you can get paid. I mean, you think about Quinn Ewers. He got a truck deal when he went to Ohio State. He didn't even take a snap. He was getting paid $1 million. So, yes, I believe that if Dave Portnoy wanted to, like he said, he could just put it behind Barstool. Barstool is, you are a Barstool employer now, or you're getting your money from that. But I disagree with you, Spenny, because in what world is
Michigan's
Sharon
alumni
Moore
just saying, no, we're not doing it. We're not going to pay these guys. I know everybody else is. I know Bama's doing it. I know Miami's doing it. We're just not going to do it.
Have you seen Davis Warren? Did you see the Texas game? If Sharon Moore saw that, it is malfeasance. If he saw that on the practice field and there was money to go out and get a quarterback and he didn't do it,
no, that's what I'm saying.
It's malfeasance. You can't let that happen.
You think you don't have the donors? You think Michigan does not have the donors to pay these guys?
There's something up
that's
for
just
sure,
stupid.
but why would Dave Portnoy be the one coming out and saying, I will specifically do it?
Because he's got a platform and a voice, and he can say that. He's not going to do it, though. It's not going to go through. If you don't think Michigan has enough money to play with these guys, that their donors aren't giving them enough money, that's crazy. Because that's just not true. Michigan's donors would line up out the door to do it.
I just don't know why the fuck you wouldn't then. You got Alex Orji who can't throw a ball. You got Davis Warren who can't throw the ball either. He's thrown like 7 interceptions this year. You cannot go into this year without a goddamn quarterback, which they did. That's why they got smoked by Texas. Luckily beat USC. Let's go. Keep it rolling against Minnesota. But
that was a big win.
Huge win. But I just don't. In what world would they be the ones to say, no, we don't want a top 10 football program?
In the world we're living in. It's what's happening. There's no other way to explain it. You just think Michigan is the only school in the country whose donors won't give them money. You think that's the case?
No, I believe they're getting money, but maybe not these top tier guys. They're not giving what it takes, and I believe that's why Portnoy called out the $3 million specifically when he said he's up to
not
$3.
Giving the money.
I don't know if the donors
not giving the money.
Dude,
I don't know if the
Michigan
top
has
donors
the richest
want to.
alumni base in the entire country. They have the most money. They would be given the most money.
I agree with you, but we've talked about it in the past. Harbaugh has made comments in the past about we need to do more in NIL.
Yes,
and they have not, and they haven't been able to.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
It's not
maybe it was the
because the money-
donors.
it's not
Maybe
because the money
Portnoy's
isn't
coming out
there.
and saying, "Hey, put your goddamn, sack
Why
on the
didn't he do
line
that?
right
Why didn't
here."
he do that before the season then?
Who?
Why didn't
Portnoy?
if there was no money there, he knew it because he's one of the biggest supporters. He knew what the quarterback room looked like.
I mean,
why didn't he do it before the season when he could have? Why is he just saying it
The
now?
Michigan donors aren't giving it up. They're
Dude,
getting
you
money.
guys are crazy if you think that the money
That's what's
from
going on.
Michigan donors
It's
just
being
isn't there.
mismanaged right now because the money is given privately. It's not given through the school, so the school's not denying it. I'm reading right now. Obviously, the Mike Morse commercials going on with both Michigan and Michigan State guys. The NIL, it's like I said, 80% of it's coming through collectives, according to this article, and then the other 20% comes from like
Michigan
brand
not
deals.
knowing how to do it.
Yes,
It's the money is there. Their donor base will give the money.
it's led by the Michigan NIL collective. It's called Champion Circles, led by former player Jared Wrangler.
Yeah, that dude should be fired because that's unacceptable. There's Michigan. The money they're given can outpay anybody in the country, but they're not doing it because somebody sucks at their job.
Yeah, it's unacceptable then because you cannot go into this season with that good of a defense. Obviously, Colson Loveland's hurt right now. You got two good running backs.
TNT, Stephen Ross owns the Dolphins. You don't think the owner of the Dolphins would give out $5 million for a quarterback?
In fairness, he has his own team and is paying millions
So
of dollars
does
for
Matt
quarterbacks.
Ishbia.
So maybe he doesn't give a fuck.
So does
to
Matt
do it.
Ishbia.
He doesn't own a football team.
He owns a basketball team.
That's
He
not the
owns an
same.
NBA team.
It's not the same.
That is not okay.
It's not.
What are you splitting hairs here? It is the same.
Well, he obviously gives a fuck to give back because he doesn't own that football team. This guy already owns a football team, is paying millions of dollars towards football players. He probably has money more invested in that because he's actually profiting from that team
Matt Ishbia
versus
owns
just
the
freely
Suns.
giving away.
He owns the Suns.
Again, that's not a football team spending. There's NBA and there's NFL. So this guy owns the NFL team, is actually profiting from the Miami Dolphins. He probably wants to spend more funds on that one than the one he's just given to for free in donations, other than like the tax write-off shit.
I mean, the only other counter to that is like Dave Portnoy is offering like $3 million for a quarterback, and it's like
he's a billionaire. He can afford it.
He can
afford it, but does he give a
$3
fuck to, or does he want to? Clearly not.
Clearly he does, because he said it before.
Clearly he doesn't, because they're not. I mean, they're top 15
because
in NIL
Michigan's
collectives.
fucking it up.
How are they fucking it up?
Because it's not happening. The money is there.
So how are they the ones fucking it up?
Because it needs to be a give and take. They have to do. How are these other teams doing it and they're not? The money is there. There's nothing you could say that would convince me the money isn't there. Michigan supporters will pay the money. They're fucking it up.
Apparently not.
Just like how they lost arguably the best backcourt in the country in basketball because of fucking, what was it, grades and shit and credit transfers and
Caleb
stupid
Love.
shit like that. It's bad, man.
Yeah,
it's institutionally fucked with their NIL and transfer stuff.
It's unacceptable. I mean, they've gotten good transfers the last few years, but it's not the top tier quarterback that you need to compete for a college championship like we saw last year. Obviously, some things went down with JJ to get him here.
And
no
saying,
doubt
like,
about
Michigan,
it. And we
Michigan
got the
supporters
championship.
aren't putting up the money. I will never buy that. Nothing you can say will convince me that Michigan alumni is not willing to give the money to get one of these guys.
Well, I remember when JJ didn't return, it was speculated
was
because
going to the
no one was
NFL.
willing to give him the bread.
No, it's because he was a top 10 pick in the NFL.
That's why he waited as long as he did to make that claim.
Yeah, he was waiting on Jim Harbaugh.
I don't know. You definitely need a quarterback. Whatever we did this year going into it, Alex Orji is, I mean, are we just going to run the ball 60 times? We'll see if we can do it.
We'll see. We'll see.
But yeah, shout out Portnoy.
The number
Let's go.
one
We need a
NIL
quarterback.
collective, Ohio State.
Yep.
Yeah, they paid like what was it, $13 million for their team this
Texas
year?
A&M did
Maybe
it like
more.
2 years ago.
Texas
Didn't
is
work
number
for
3.
A&M.
Did not work for A&M.
Oregon's number 4. Miami's number 5.
You think about Texas, they got Ewers in the transfer portal. You think about Oregon, they got Dylan Gabriel in the transfer portal. Who'd you say was 5?
30th?
Ohio
I'm looking up
State,
right
Will
now.
Howard
I
in the
think they're
portal.
15th. Let me be sure, though.
Ohio State, Will Howard in the portal. These are the top teams basically in college football. They all went out and got a quarterback. Blows my mind why the hell Michigan didn't.
There's no reason for them.
Michigan's 13. It's called the Champion Circle.
Yeah. There's no reason for them not to. Somebody should get fired. That's not doing it right. Because I know it's not the backers.
Stick says all that to lose to Michigan again. It's going to be a tough one this year.
Michigan's going to... Oh, Ohio State.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I wouldn't bet on Michigan in that game. We are going to break, though. What time is it? Tell us about Swiss.
So they're real quick. The Champion Circle is also responsible for the basketball team as well.
That's what most NIL deals work. It's for
Collective. No, I'm saying, yeah, the Night Collective is over 130 athletes under NIL service agreements across football and men's and women's basketball, led by Jarrett Wangler. The Collective also manages Valiant Management, which has executed marketing deals for over 300 athletes across 28 sports. I have to look at the JJ stuff. I remember that being a thing, though. Guys not willing to pay him to return to Michigan. However, we do got bills to pay, and I got to tell you guys about Swiss Insurance, the best insurance in the game. Make sure your rates and deductibles aren't climbing up on you, and contact my guy Mark directly, 313-530-1698. If you're a Michigan fan, shoot an email. Ask them to send like $5 or something. University of Michigan can use it. Mark@SwissINS.com.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Hamp for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports.
Join the best youth football league in Metro Detroit. The Boys and Girls Club of Southeastern Michigan's 3C Sports League offers youth ages 5 to 14 with 6 exciting teams to choose from in the locations of Detroit, Belleville, Highland Park, and East Point. All coaches are trained, certified, and undergo background checks. You can register for football or cheer at bgcsm.org. Equipment, meals, and transportation are included, all to play the championship game at Ford Field where the Lions play. Doesn't get any better than that. Just $175 per child. Put the youth back at youth sports with BGCSM 3C Sports.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm easy, joined by Spimo Rax, young
Hello.
Chris, Nicholas Kohloff, a.k.a. Microwave Nick.
Let's go.
Caleb texts us, not in the chat. Caleb, hop in the chat. But he says, he's spitting right now. Listen, by the numbers, they're just not paying.
It's Michigan. I'm telling you, it's Michigan.
I will say, Nick, you did bring a good point. Even him in that clip at a certain point was like, when they're trying, oh, you mean you'll spend top dollars? Like, $3 million.
Yeah, but that's $3 million would get you a top 10 quarterback on the market right now.
For sure.
So
We're saying
you're
top
telling
10
me
for, top dollar for like the best
They don't
guy.
have $3 million to give to a quarterback.
I mean, someone's definitely got $3 million.
There's no fucking way I'd believe that.
Poor.
It's just like they're not willing to spend it. Maybe at Michigan, they teach you not to spend money recklessly like that.
It's fair.
It is like a really fanfare
And live
investment.
with the results. Live with the results.
Yeah.
Natty. Let's not forget. Let's not forget.
Cheaters.
Yeah, that guy's gone. Harbaugh is gone. All right, Nick. Take us.
Yeah, speaking of college football, you want to do it?
You'll see the campus cruise with Nicholas Kohloff.
Let's do it. Sparty coming off a tough loss. Honestly, should have won. Childs all over the place with the picks.
Gave the game a win.
They're going up against who else? Ohio State. Sparty is plus 23.5, which it's been higher in years past.
For sure.
Spencer, how you feeling about these Spartan Dogs?
What do you mean?
Hosting OSU.
They're going to get slaughtered.
They'll cover though, right?
Huh?
23.5.
I don't know.
OSU's been struggling with like Marshall and fucking.
Yeah, but then they come alive in the second half. I hope they cover, but they're not going to win. They're going to get murdered.
They have the same odds as the Detroit Tigers to win the AL in this game.
Really?
Which one would you rather take?
I would take MSU. It's one game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything can happen in one game.
Easy.
To win the AL, you gotta have a lot of work for you. But Yeah, I'm not taking either of those.
Easy, how you feeling about this Spartan matchup versus OSU?
I mean, obviously going to get fucking slaughtered, but I think they can cover. I'll give them that much.
Yeah.
Oh, and I even, well, actually, no, both ways. I think
Glover is back, confirmed. There's no word on Nick Marsh
Marsh.
yet, so we'll see about that.
Well, I think Michigan State's offense has obviously come alive since that first game, so I'll give them that due respect. I think the defense also came alive since the first game, too. Maybe they just had off to a slow start. But then again, the Ohio State slow starts, this happens to be their thing this year, no matter who they played, whether it be Toledo, whether it be Marshall. Slow starts, Michigan State, I think they could at least cover. If you guys bet on that, I'm sorry. I don't do it, but I mean, if I had to choose, gun to my head, I would take them to cover.
I think this year's different when it comes to State versus OSU. You know, obviously in the past they didn't have the guys, and especially at quarterback, But this year they got Childs. I think he can make plays out of the pocket. Yes, he has thrown some interceptions, but he also makes big plays. And I think if Nick Marsh can get back on the field, he can hit him a couple times. And God knows if this game's a little close at halftime, they can gain a little bit momentum.
Nick, stop.
Okay. Listen to me. They have the quarterback that can be a difference maker this year.
You think they're going to beat Ohio State?
No, goddamn. But I'm going to say they cover. I think they keep it close in this game.
Yeah, they can cover.
They keep it close going into the fourth. Speaking of a team that probably will be keeping it close, the other team in the state, Michigan and Minnesota. Not too much of a dynamic offense when it comes to Michigan. What are you guys thinking about this matchup? Michigan hosting Minnesota. PJ Fleck rowing the boat all the way to Ann Arbor.
The over-under on this game is 35.5.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's going to be ugly. What we're going to see out of Michigan football in the Big Ten this year is going to be a lot of ugly games, a lot of close, gritty games. PJ Fleck's a joke. They're going to beat Minnesota.
Easy?
Yeah, they're going to roll over Minnesota.
Is the spread too small for your guys' liking at -9.5 Michigan? I was extremely shocked to see this under 10 points.
Michigan's it's like they played down to the competition. Because that USC game, nothing but running the ball, but like they were still in it. I thought USC was going to win that game. But when they play these shittier teams, they let them hang around. So, I mean, I don't hate that spread. No. Am I surprised by it? Yes. I thought it'd at least be double digits, but you're only 1 point off from that. So
who are you taking? Michigan to cover? Is that too many? Is that too many points?
Yeah.
Is that too many points for this offense?
What's
9.5.
Minnesota looking like this year? What have they done?
They're not great. But
they are not.
I would take Michigan. I'll take Michigan to cover. I think they're gonna ride in high after
Michigan
that.
Should be able to cover
after that USC game.
Shout out to James in the Woodward Sports Chat, a super chat. He says the UM donors might have ties to a Diddy or something similar because they don't want the crosshairs on them. There are sick people out there and people with a lot of money. I mean, most people with a lot of money aren't good people, but we're not gonna say anybody's a Diddy or has ties to a Diddy.
Yeah, that's not a good look. But one of the biggest surprises in college football this year, boys, Fighting Illini, Illinois, number 19, rolling into Happy Valley, ranked number 9. Spread 17.5. Penn State. But I'm gonna just come out and say it. I like Illinois in this spot.
I like Illinois.
A lot, and I think they might win.
I like Illinois straight up, honestly. James Franklin's a turd, man. Penn State is always bad. They choke in any situation where they have anything of meaning on the line. Illinois has been playing damn good football this year. I would take Illinois straight up in this, honestly.
What's the matchup? I'm sorry, I was texting.
Illinois, Penn State.
Number 19 ranked Illinois.
You guys got Illinois now?
Number 19 ranked Illinois, undefeated, coming off a massive win against maybe the best college football team ever assembled with the best quarterback, Nebraska.
Yep.
Is Penn State bad? I mean, why we...
No, they're up. They're 17.5. That's a lot of points for a top 20 matchup.
Who'd they play?
Nebraska, who was ranked, and they won on the road in overtime. I like the way their quarterback's playing at Illinois. I think I'm going to take them to definitely cover the spread.
I'll go Illinois because we're talking spread. I'll go Illinois.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the money line, straight up.
I'm definitely going Illinois to cover the spread. Like I said, I might throw a couple schmeckles on Illinois money line.
Yeah, I thought you guys were talking money line just now. That's why I was like, what?
From Caesar Sportsbook.
It is they're plus 720.
Plus 720 straight up? I might throw a little schmeckle on that, dude, honestly. I fucking hate Penn State. I almost hate Penn State more than I hate Michigan. It's
really?
Yeah, they suck. Football-wise.
I just don't respect them enough to care.
Well, yeah, I mean.
Yeah, they haven't been much.
Penn State's our other rival.
Talk about another, maybe the biggest
Penn
game.
State had a few Diddy parties in the past. It's Slappy 3.
Oh,
They did have a few
God,
Diddy
that's
parties.
horrible.
That's horrible.
Who said that?
Slappy 313.
Slappy 313 with a haymaker in the chat. Talk about haymakers, heavyweight matchups. Alabama hosting number 2 Georgia. Alabama's ranked number 4. They are plus 1.5 at home. Alabama, Georgia, fellas. Who you got? This is DeBoer's first.
This is gonna be a banger,
first
man.
game.
This is DeBoer's first game. I'm taking Georgia. I mean, you got to take Georgia. DeBoer versus Kirby. I'm gonna go with Kirby. I'm gonna lean with the guy that has the experience in these huge SEC matchups. But Jalen Milroe is, bro. And what's their receiver's name? Alabama's receiver. He might be the best receiver in the country. Like, the kid's a freak, dude. This is gonna be a good game. It's awesome that it's already, and it's awesome that both of these teams will still make the college football playoff.
You guys know where I'll be for this one? At another wedding. God damn it. Love my life. I'm going to be watching on my phone.
Again,
I'm gonna
You watch on your phone?
I'm so happy I'm done with weddings.
Is this one a night game?
7:30.
Good.
Everybody's saying Bama. Ooh.
What? For the spread or just for straight up?
Straight up, they're plus 104.
Bro, Georgia's gonna punch them in the mouth.
Georgia did get a little roughed up by Kentucky.
It's a pick 'em, boys.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
it's-
sleep on the home team Bama. This is his
No.
first massive game.
I wouldn't hate. I don't hate it. Like I said, I'm only picking Georgia because of the Kirby Smart factor. But Alabama's a better team. Like
I think DeBoer needs to get punched in the mouth once, and then maybe next year you start picking Alabama in these games.
Yeah, to be honest, I was kind of leaning Alabama, and then I remember they won and kept Georgia out of the playoff last year. Georgia's winning this one
Yeah,
at
you got
Alabama.
majority of the same group, yeah.
There's not a chance Georgia loses this game, and if they do, not
locking
going to be
it.
pretty in that post-game locker room.
damn, Uncle Snoop, why you hating? But yeah, where was it? Dante 151 says Georgia is weird. Georgia is weird, like with the Kentucky matchup that looked bad. They have one of those every year where it's like an unranked team that sometimes is at home that they struggle to, and then they just turn into a machine for the rest of the year. I don't know, man. That's tough. That's gonna be a fun game to watch.
That's gonna be a banger.
Campus Cruise, baby. Let's go. Let's pick up some big wins. Who not? Why not, Sparty?
That's fair.
Why not?
Nick, what's the
We're not
parlay this
winning.
week in college football?
I did like Illinois against Penn State. I would say Georgia against Bama. Off rip, I'm kind of leaning Michigan, but I've been burned like every single game
Yeah,
this
it's
year,
tough
so
one
I
to call.
might stay away. 23.5. I would just go with those two, Illinois and Georgia.
You said 17 and a half
To cover, yep.
for the Illinois one?
Dude,
that
James
episode's
Franklin
crazy.
loses big games.
They still got that dog-ass defense?
Who do they play?
Yeah, I
West
was looking. They haven't
Virginia,
played
really?
anybody.
West Virginia?
Well, Penn State
Are we
played
gonna
West
put 'em on
Virginia.
I know. Are we going to put them on a pedestal
West
here?
Virginia was supposed to be good, and then they just got schwacked a couple
Horrible.
times. Yeah.
I don't have faith in Drew Aller as well, to be quite honest.
I might take Penn State to cover that one. I'm not gonna lie, or just not touch it at all.
Dude, Illinois looks good. Man.
Well,
tell us about Mark White.
Let me tell you about Mark White. Well, there's a little bit of inexperience too with my guy Raiola. He's doing one of those as a freshman. But either way, he's your game plan against too. Maybe not. Let's tape on you. Mark White gonna do you right. Give him a call today, guys. 248-290-8242. Visit him at markwhitesales.com. Right now, you can save up to $5,000 on the closing cost of your new home. It's Mark White, 248-290-8242.
Is that Riley Green? Riley Green, what are you doing in my studio?
Not Riley Green. I'd freak out.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. It's not Riley Green.
He's my favorite Tiger.
I got his jersey. Do you? No, I'm just kidding.
Can't afford
shout
it.
Out to the watch party and the post-game show live at Hayes Social. Make sure you check it out. We'll be there this week. Hayes Social, presented by New Holland Sabbath Coffee, Soroki's in 1800. Woodward Sports is doing sports Lions coverage better than anybody else in the state. Come join us at the watch party. It's going to be a blast.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
So just to get the heated steering wheel, I also had the spring for the bigger rims.
Yeah, that's how they get you. Those upgrades will cost you an arm and a leg every time.
Hey, new car crew, how'd it go this weekend? I got a great deal on mine.
How?
I went to Randy Wise, not those other guys. They got me in a great new ride, and they didn't break my budget. Hey, could you pass me the sugar?
How?
Never mind.
He made the wise choice.
Yep.
Make the wise choice at randywisechevy.com.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That's exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. The same great service to customers who come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today and find the brand you want at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford together. Let's ride.
What up, though? Welcome back to What Heavyweights Live at WoodSports.com. I'm easy joined by Spin Rex, young Chris, Nicholas Kohloff, a.k.a. Microwave, Nick. Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream. We're finishing off the rest of the mailbag questions we got on Twitter yesterday. If you guys got some mailbag questions in the chat, send them in as well. I'm going to start with this one from our guy, Giovanni Massari.
Oh.
That'd be sick.
I would be sick.
Are you playing, bud? That'd be my mailbag question for him. Can you get in? Can you catch a pass? Can you run a route?
Why do you want him to catch a pass?
Because he's fucking athletic.
Can you lead block?
He's got.
Let's start with that. Can you lead block? Before that, can you block?
Fair. But can you run a dig? Can your ankles hold up on a dig route? All right, Giovanni Massari, Oakland alum, Golden Grizz, disciple of Neil. Mosseri. Shout out.
Yeah, dog.
How much does a Lions versus Seahawks matchup change now that Pete Carroll is gone? Is this still a cursed matchup like it's been the past couple of years? If you guys don't know, Detroit Lions have not beat them in the last 12 years. The Seattle Seahawks.
I think that changes on Monday.
Changes these broken wings.
And face the Seahawks. Changes. No, but I don't think that it makes too much of a difference without Pete Carroll. Like, Pete Carroll's a great coach too, but so is McDonald. Like, he's showing that
I think he's a good coach.
He's damn good at every level he's been on. So that defense is going to be angry. Maybe they lose a little bit offensively, but not even. They're 3-0 already to start the season. Still going to be a tough matchup, but I do think they break the curse on Monday.
Yeah, I got faith we could break the curse. This is a different Detroit Lions team than they faced in the past, although we played them last night. No, Riley Green's a lot darker.
Oh, he's pretty dark.
That guy was white as shit. Wait, the guy that was on the right?
Yeah.
Who, walked that way?
Yeah.
No, it's not Riley Green. That guy's way too white.
I don't know.
Either way, I think this is a different. Last year we played this team. We were kind of. I don't know if we established our full identity yet or bought into what we were. This year, I think we know that at any given moment, especially after week 2, that we're gonna pound the rock. So I think this year might be the year we break that curse.
Is it also possible that this is just a letdown for Seattle? This is a team that is very confident coming to Detroit. It's a team that handled business. And who projected them to be 3-0? Who projected them to be one of the last undefeated teams in the NFL? So
I did. No, I'm just kidding.
You did, Spencer, and I didn't listen.
Thank
I
you.
should have listened.
You should
That's
have.
my deepest apologies to you, sir. But I think we always focus on the Lions. Like, can this be a letdown game? Can this be a trap game? Sometimes take a step back. Is this not maybe a trap game for Seattle?
Could be. I don't know if it's a trap game for either team.
You can't call the Detroit Lions a trap game for anyone.
I don't know if either of these teams could be a trap game.
But
like they're both damn big. They're both damn good teams. You know, they've got good records. So I don't know if it's a trap game for either team, really.
I love the fact that Pete Carroll's not on the other sideline. I love it.
Cheating Pete?
I know, yeah, cheating Pete.
Marshawn does too.
Chomping on his gum.
Chomping on the
gum. Yeah, I'm actually thrilled he's not on the other side. We haven't been able to beat him, obviously. And, yeah, I think we can take care of business on Monday Night Football. I think the all-black uniforms with a rowdy Ford Field is going to help this team out a lot.
Rocking,
no doubt about it. And, yeah, we're going to be loud, we're going to be proud, and we're going to be drunk. Let's go. It's my 26th birthday. Turn the f*** up.
Shout out.
We're going to be responsibly buzzed.
What's next, Easy?
I'm sorry, I was talking shit to Sound Kayak.
No,
Yeah, my 21st birthday.
Yeah, it's my 21st.
Haha.
21.
No, I was actually at the Chiefs game for my 21st birthday, though.
Hell yeah.
When we say
When
they sadly.
you turned 23?
No, it was my 21st.
No, how old you turned this year?
Oh, 26.
26.
Finally,
Yeah, it's about the
one
time
day,
to get
1
married.
year closer to 30. Yeah.
Oh yeah, don't forget. Shout out to
Speaking of 30,
Get my own
City
insurance.
You're in the home stretch now, kid. Yeah, you do got to get your own insurance. That's why you got
right.
drilled in the mouth. That's fair. That makes sense.
By
No
two
got
checks.
drilled in the mouth
By
one
two
last time.
no Diddy.
That's
checks. By two
wild of
chicks.
you to assume their gender like that.
That is true.
Oh,
It's
God.
crazy, dude.
They've been Dolphins.
Yeah, Sound Kayak, shout out to you. He came in, called your boy ignorant because I had Texas over Michigan, and who looks like a do it now? Going back to the question. So, Braxton Morgan.
He called you ignorant?
Yeah, that's why I can't listen easy. He's so ignorant. What happened in that Texas game, bud? That sound pretty ignorant, huh? Bud. All right. This from Evil Chuck Norris, who did a hell of a Cartman impression and sent to us on X. He says, "Did we finally stick to our identity and run the ball down their throats? Do you think Ben Johnson and the boys try to get cute again in this one?"
No.
Doesn't
I
matter
don't.
if you
I
have
think-
one
I think-
ass cheek and 3 toes. I will beat your ass.
Yes, I think that's going to be what their
Do you think they
game
shoot
plan is run the ball. This is the weakness of this defense. This is where you can attack this team is running the ball, and you just got to do it, man. Maybe they come out with a shot early, but I would love to see a heavy dose of Monty on that first drive, just like we did last week.
Nick, do you think the Detroit Lions try to get cute in this one, or they stick to their guns, run the football down the throats?
I mean, I think you just saw the recipe to success last week against Arizona Cardinals. You got to run the ball. You take the ball away from the Seahawks in this game, and they're going to try to run the ball with K9 and Zach Charbonnet. They will not be able to run the ball as effectively as your Detroit Lions with Demont and Jahmyr Gibbs. I don't think Ben Johnson gets cute in this game. I think we've seen it. Jared Goff looked great in that first half. That for 2 dominant drives from Demont and Gibbs.
Yeah.
That's what you do to win this game.
Yes.
And every game for the rest of the season and the rest of the career.
Does
of these
Jared
guys.
Goff have his first game without an interception this Sunday?
No. Hard pass.
Dude, I mean,
That's a tough secondary
I want
to
to say
make that
yes,
claim.
but that's a tough sell against that secondary, man. We already talked about Tariq Woolen and Devon Witherspoon. Like, those guys are pretty damn good out there. So, I'd love to say yes, but I wouldn't bet on it.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Nick?
That was all you, Nick. You on too? God damn it.
Bores you talking about golf, doesn't it?
No, he doesn't throw an interception.
I know guys like Sound Kayak hate to hear it,
Doesn't
but
do
like
it.
this just ain't the defense to make that bet. It's just
Yeah,
really not.
no, it's not.
Even though I can see it happen and hope it doesn't happen, obviously, but this ain't the one.
Josh says it is a black end zone. They posted a picture.
Get
That's
the fuck
hype.
out. I gotta see this picture. Somebody
That's
find me that
hype.
picture, please. Nick?
Yeah, I don't think he throws an interception. I think he learns from his mistakes from the first 3 games, and
That sounds so bad.
first 3 games, he learns
Yeah.
from the mistakes. Yeah, he's made a lot of mistakes in his life, but on Monday it won't be one of them.
He's been consistent, and you know what? I think the streak starts after the bye. I think he gets one more. The secondary is too good. I think after the bye he gets right, starting with Dallas. I think he comes out guns blazing there, and from there it's going to be one of those stretches where it's like Goff hasn't thrown an interception since. I think that broadcast is coming soon.
We're gonna absolutely dismantle Dallas. I can't wait for that.
I cannot wait for
The
that.
Dallas
one.
Cowboys are not a good football team.
No.
And we're coming off the bye week. We're gonna shit all over them.
Oh, interesting.
In Jerry's world, we should wear the blacks again.
Yeah.
Dog.
Piss Jerry off.
God. Yeah. Jerry would
He would
hate
be
that.
real pissed about
Yeah,
that.
Jerry would really hate that. But
They
dude,
can't do that.
We're gonna demolish
can't
the
do that.
fucking Cowboys. I can't wait. But take care of business first. First thing in front of you, Seahawks. We do gotta go to break.
Yeah.
Mailbag in the chat. Drop your mailbag questions. Chris, tell us about merch.
Damn, Josh got a hutch and a
If you
ranch
are
black
tired
jersey.
of the same old Detroit sports merch,
Merch?
looking to
Send me one.
upgrade in time for the gritty Tigs AL playoff run, you can do that at woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab today. They got brand new merch, hoodies, tees, hats, all that guaranteed to turn heads, and more are constantly added. So stay tuned. Go to woodwardsports.com. Click the shop tab today and get yourself some fly Detroit sports merch.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during Big D Energy and Thursdays during Ermanni and Edwards, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that DMAG trusts. Dr. Jeff Pierce here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit Michigan Sports and Spine or call 248-426-9944.
All right, so we were actually both wrong. It's not fix these broken wings. It's not change these broken wings. It's take these broken wings.
Take
these broken wings
and learn to fly again.
And I only knew the Tupac version. I forgot it was the original.
All I see is change.
Change is a different one. Change. That's also one of my favorite
That's
Tupac
just the
songs.
way it is. My mom likes that song too.
Things will never be the same.
Is it the... Actually, no, my favorite Tupac song is the Thugs Mansion acoustic.
Yeah.
It's just a banger. I think I've cried to that song.
I've cried to Live and Die in LA. That one's the one.
What's that? Have you ever cried?
Never cried to a Tupac song.
You ever cried to a rap song?
Rap song? Probably.
Living in a premature place.
What?
Wait. Never
That's
gonna see the
hard.
pearly gates.
That's hard.
Break. That's my favorite Kendrick verse.
Yeah.
It's a great verse.
My girl actually said that's her favorite Kendrick verse. I was like, damn, you know, like the deep cuts.
Mailbag, no context. Silverback, gorilla, great white shark, or Navy SEAL?
Whoa, what's the question?
No context. Silverback, gorilla, great white shark, or Navy SEAL? I'm going to say Navy SEAL.
Silverback gorilla.
Navy SEAL.
Like, no weapons?
I'm just saying, he said no context. So I don't even know.
I'm
Maybe
assuming
it's
we're
just
gonna have
like
to fight
hang
one.
out with.
Oh, well then Navy
Fair.
SEAL.
He said no context, so you just got to assume what it is.
Have sex with.
Yeah.
Great white.
Ask. All right. Where are we at?
We're in Birmingham, bud.
Where are we at? Mailbag, Spencer. Is it crazy for me to say how far the Tigers can go when it comes to the playoffs? I think the sky is the limit, don't you think? I mean, I wouldn't bet against them. Like, do I think they're going to win the World Series? No, but like I said, they'll have the best pitcher and the best manager in every matchup they get involved in. So it's hard team to bet against. Mailbag, what's your message to people who will blame the black uniforms if the Lions happen to lose to the Seahawks?
Just slap him in the face.
Grow up.
Yeah, grow the fuck up. What are we doing?
Grow up. And you know, Stick's going to be the first dude to do that.
Yeah. No, as much
Jared
as I love
Goff throws 5 interceptions. They lost because they wore the black uniforms.
Yeah.
They bring back bad memories of Millen.
I just can't wait to see Brian Branch in a black uni. I hope he's playing.
Shout
I
out
think
to
he is going to be playing.
DJ Reader.
I cannot believe he was fucking practicing. He was unconscious.
He's the man. He's a demon.
Do you think the trick they taught us, and they probably bad and illegal, but for our concussion test, they'd be like, yeah, just answer them wrong. That way,
yeah, when
you take it, you pass. He probably pulled one of those for sure.
Yeah.
Shout out to chat. We got 201 likes.
Shout out the chat. Grady Tiggs. Mailbag. Spenny/Easy. Be real. Does any part of you feel a little concerned with the fact that the fucking Hawks have won the last 6 times we played since 2016?
Did he say that halfway?
Yeah, he typed it out.
Nice.
I read them as they are. Just pray we get this damn monkey off our back.
Whoa.
I read them as they are. You can't say you're not a little nervous. Obviously, the Seahawks have owned us for the past decade. So, yeah, you're a little nervous, but I think this is the year. I really do.
Yeah, different coaching staff. I don't know that, like, What's his name? He's with the Chicago Bears now. I forgot his fucking name. Their offensive coordinator. But that's where he's at. He's no longer there in Seattle. I think that's what gave AG the biggest fit. Remember, there's games where no one punted and shit like that. JG, in each one of those, the past 2 seasons, as similar as this team is, like this is the closest they were. Pick 6 in each one of those. Yeah. And I just don't know if we'll do that this time. What were the odds of him throwing another pick 6?
I wouldn't even say that.
Yeah, you're right.
Don't say it out loud.
Not gonna say it out loud. So I think it's different. I think we're on the football down the throats. Mike McDonald does scare me though. He had our number last year.
That is true. Where was this? There's another good one from DNC. Mailbag. Alien invasion comes tomorrow. Who are you sending into battle? The United States military. We win.
Yeah.
All right. Next. Where's
the Russians?
No, screw the Russians.
Well, gritty takes.
Or the
Mailbag.
Israelis.
Does Kendrick Lamar perform Not Like Us at the Super Bowl halftime show?
110%,
Yes.
No.
without a doubt.
Easy and Spencer
we
have
know
a,
you said no.
Easy and Spencer.
We
How much is it?
like $300 to Caleb
$300
or to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And 400?
400 if he doesn't.
Yeah.
Gritty takes.
Although it might be a lot more mainstream by then. I might lose that bet, but it's a bet. It's a risk I'm willing to take.
But that'll do it for us today. Appreciate you tapping in. Go Tigers! The Gritty Tigs. Hate watch the Twins tonight. If the Twins lose tonight, the Tigers can clinch tomorrow with a victory. Smash that like button. Appreciate you all. Shout out Mama Jan for reminding everybody all show long to smash that like button.
Shout out Margie. Happy birthday.
Shout out
Hope you
Mama
had fun
Marge.
today.
Happy
Shout out to
birthday.
Mama Marge.
For Easy, for Nick, for Chris, I am Spencer. We are the Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys later. Peace.